with a belly full of tacos, it's time for the Dirt Life Show.
Yeah. Welcome to episode 112 of the Dirt Life Show. We are stoked to have you guys here with us tonight. The Dirt Life Show is really like honored to be a part of 2022 because we never thought it would make it this far, man. It's so cool that you guys have supported us for this long. It's been just over 2 years now that we've had the Dirt Life Show, so thank you guys very much for being a part of our success. We really appreciate it. Tonight's show is going to be really cool because we're going to kind of dip behind the scenes. We're at IMG Motorsports in Lake Elsinore, California, where we started off 2021 with Ruslan Grease Hands, and we get to start it off today with Mr. Only Bangers himself, Daniel Schenkelberg. What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys? How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Are you stoked for 2022?
Yeah.
2021 was pretty awesome for you, so what do you got planned for 2022?
Who knows? You never know when the door might open and an opportunity might come.
Dude, you're getting a lot of opportunities, so we'll talk a little bit about that here. See, there's already some things happening. Manny Boy is already commenting. And then to my far left, we got none other than Mike Gardner.
What's going on, man?
Dude, I'm stoked for 2022. How about you?
I'm really stoked, dude. I can't wait.
You got some fun plans for the year?
Got some plans. Been hustling, trying to get the Lumacraze brand going.
Yeah, I want to actually have a couple questions for you of that because Supercross is coming up, and I think you have some stuff going on with them, right?
Yeah, buddy, we sure do.
Dude, right on. So, yeah, like I said, thank you guys very much for joining us. Please hit us in the comments. We can answer your comments on Facebook, YouTube, or on Instagram as well. So is it hard for you to see that screen? It kind of is for me.
I have bad eyes.
Yeah, me too. Daniel, can you read them pretty good?
I could read it.
There you go.
Really?
So
We got Jason on.
What'd he say?
We got Justin just joined.
Yep. So if any of your comments come up, we'll try to get to them and have answers for you guys. Tonight's show is going to be pretty cool. I'm Georgie Hamill. I always forget to say my name. Co-host Mike Gardner and our featured guest Daniel Schenkelberg, professional off-road photographer. Like I said, we started off 2021 here at IMG Motorsports, so we want to thank James and everybody for letting us have a little, mock-up studio here at the shop because it does actually kind of get in the way of their work right here. We got a car behind us that they were working on. They're actually putting some X-Travel suspension on it.
It makes for a sick backdrop, though.
Yeah, it does do pretty good,
Yeah,
right?
they knew Mike was coming, so they had to give us
yeah.
some space.
Yeah, exactly. And we want to know how your guys' year was and what there you go, Justin's commenting in, and how you guys have stuff planned that you guys did last year and what you guys are going to do for 2022. It seems like a lot of this stuff is, this bullshit world, we'll call it, has been letting up now, so we want to see what you guys are doing to get back into it. Dakar is already off and running. Dakar, excuse me, is already up and running. There's some I don't know what you want to call it, like ups and downs already happening in the first couple stages of Dakar.
Sure.
So we'll probably talk about that a little bit. We're going to get into Daniel's backstory, how he got into off-road. We're going to ping Mike about some questions. If you guys haven't checked, I don't know what episode it was, maybe episode 8 or something. It was like, dude, millennia ago.
Was it that early? Was it episode 8?
Dude, you and your wife Danielle were some of the first guests on the show. So first of all, I appreciate that, man.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for having us.
So we're gonna, if you guys want to go back and check out Mike's backstory, you can do it there. But he's been a professional UTV racer for a while as well. Maybe he'll even get back into it soon. We're going to also talk about the progression of off-road. And when I say the progression of off-road, I want to hit like a few different subjects, not just like cars, right? Like cars are always going to get better.
Sure.
But I want to talk about the professionalism off-road, how it's stepping up. It's becoming a bigger sport in general. Like people are taking it seriously as far as like sponsorship and monetizing and all that stuff. So we can talk a little bit about that if you guys are interested. And then we got some pretty cool special guests that are going to be calling in. Oh, look who just signed on. Do you know that girl? Daniel?
Who is it, my wife?
Yep.
No.
Oh, you can't see the screen.
I can't. No.
Okay, my joke got passed because you couldn't see the screen. Okay, hi, Danielle. Then we're going to have some call-in guests. RJ Anderson's going to join us, and Jake Ubetta is also going to join us a little bit later after the commercial break. So, all right, well, I think we should just get it. Oh, no, I got to say thanks to the sponsors. Excuse me. First, you can check us out anytime, like I said, on Facebook and YouTube. You can also check us out on Instagram. We have all the archives. And if you're driving, please don't watch TV like Joey D does. Please.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Hey,
and listen.
It's pretty sick, though.
It is sick. But I also saw that product that turns your screen in your car. I saw it for that you can watch videos and stuff. It's like $500.
Dude. Yeah.
I mean, if it was half that, I'd be on top of it. But
For sure.
He's a dedicated Charger guy.
He is,
Yeah.
dude. And, you know, you got to do what you got to do to watch the game.
Dude, 100%. So, but yeah, please listen to us on iTunes. You guys have been really killing it, man. Like, it's so cool for me to look at the statistics since we first started, the December that we first started. So 6 months into it, we're now, I think, almost, what was it, 60 times as big as what we were.
No way.
2 years. Yeah, it's insane.
That's awesome.
So it's really cool to see that. You guys are really kicking butt. Like, so keep those stats going, man. We really appreciate it. 2022 is a comeback year for Gardner.
No. What?
That's what Guidus is saying.
Oh, is
So,
he really?
yeah.
Yeah. If he wants to fund the program, yeah, I'm in.
Justin saying keeps dying.
Yeah, the stream keeps dying. It's always going to have issues on Instagram, Justin, so you can cruise over to YouTube and Facebook. That will be super solid. Plus, it's widescreen. It looks way better, and you get the commercials and all that stuff in there, too. So if you guys want to go over there, just, hit that up. It's way, way better. So, yeah, you can always go to any of the Dirt Life Show channels. At the Dirt Life Show on Instagram is the best one, but you can also visit thedirtlifeshow.com. We got a sponsor deals page over there. You guys can save a whole bunch of money by clicking through some of those links. You can even figure out how to get sponsored. We have some things with Alex Stryler over there that will tell you how to get sponsored. And, dude, I've been getting so many calls like from just awesome racers being like, dude, everybody's cutting their budgets. Like, I'm out. I'm like,
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's happening big right
and
now.
I'm not saying like a lot, like meaning like 5. I'm saying like 50, 60. Like, that's like a huge number, right? And so you definitely want to like put yourself out there the best you can. So go over there and check it out. It keeps crashing. Yeah, I don't know what to say, Justin. You can go over to YouTube and check it out, or Facebook. Those are both better. And the show is brought to you by the guys over at KMC Wheels.
Let's go.
Yeah. Got a hat right over here.
Boom.
I like that hat that you got on, too, the Inglewood.
Represent
Inglewood hat's
Inglewood,
sick,
dude. Me and Joey, except I'm a Rams guy. He's just kind of, his team's leasing the place from us.
Oh, dude, I forgot to mention, we got cucumber water in the house tonight.
We do.
Cheers, boys.
Some spa water. I
still
love
don't
this.
know how this story came up.
Dude,
guess
I
it
think
came
you
up-
just needed a refreshment. Like, on the way home from the Baja 1000, Daniel and I were talking about favorite drinks or something. I don't remember
what
what
I
it
was
was.
thinking, because I don't really like cucumber. So
Does it taste good for you right now or no?
Yeah. I think that's why, because I only like cucumber in my water.
Same.
I don't put it in my sushi. Whatever.
Yeah, I try to
You
avoid
can
it
hate
at all
me.
costs.
But yeah.
You- Big avocado guy or what?
Oh yeah, big
Yeah,
avocado guy.
there you go.
Likewise.
Yeah, and we had some delicious tacos, so those are pretty awesome. We'd like to get throw a shout out to Miguel's Jr., see if we can get a sponsorship.
Let's go.
That would be nice.
I love juniors.
So thank you very much to the guys over at KMC Wheels. Wheel Pros and EFX Tires and KMC have been a supporter of this show since day one, and it has been amazing to have them as a partner. And when I say partner, I genuinely mean that, because some people get sponsored and they just get thrown to the side, right?
Sure.
These guys work with us. They help us. It's really, really cool to have genuinely good people working together.
They
So
have a solid team. And
Yeah.
that's not me over here kissing that. Well, I guess it is a little. I do need wheels for my next. But no, they're good people.
yeah,
Good
rad
people.
dudes, right? Some of our good friends. And thank you to guys over at Motul as well. Same thing with all of our sponsors. They all work with us really, really well. The guys over at Motul are going to be doing some creative stuff with us for 2022. It'll be pretty awesome. Shock therapy. You can always count on those guys to do your suspension well. You can use the code DIRTLIFE at shocktherapyusa.com. Save yourself a whole bunch of money on their hard parts, excuse me, all of their suspension revalve kits and rad improvement systems. Thank you to the guys over at Evolution Power Sports. Well, first of all, for hooking me up with this badass jacket. But they do amazing stuff. Tell them the Dirt Life sent you when you call up. You can go to Jeffrey's Performance, get your car tuned with Evo stuff. You can call them up and talk to them about getting your car just like blasting for the season.
Look at Lindsay all trying to clown on Justin.
Yeah, hard. Upgrade
Dang.
Boost Mobile. That's awesome. Thank you to the guys over at Zollinger Racing Products. Please visit ZollingerRacingProducts.com. Get some of the best
build
UTV
some badass
accessories.
shit.
Dude, it's crazy how good. Like, and that's part of the evolution, right? Like all of these things. The Dirt Life code, the Dirt Life at ZollingerRacingProducts.com. Save a whole bunch of money. Thank you to the guys over at Cryo Heat. Those guys sell some badass Pro Mod transmissions, some metal-treated differentials, CV joints, all kinds of stuff. So call Josh over at Cryo Heat. Get your car all ready for the 2022 season. And thanks to the guys over at Solderweld for offering their off-road repair kits. You can fix your race and or your ride, and use code DIRTLIFE at solderweld.com and save on your off-road repair kit. All right, so let's see here. RJ's going to call in about 20 minutes, so let's kind of get a little backstory here. I want to know, Mike, if you remember meeting Daniel for the first time, because I have a really, really detailed image in my head of when I first met him.
So when I first met, I mean, honestly, I think we literally first officially met right now. But
we've seen each other.
We've
We've been each
paths,
other.
100%.
Never sat down. And
Dude, so let me talk about that's exactly why the Dirt Life show was come to fruition, right? Because everybody thinks that they know each other because they see each other at the track all the time. But do you really know each other? No, because we haven't talked to each other, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy that you say that.
So I've seen this stuff around for a couple years, and then he started working with RJ. And did you have a car? Something got stolen from you, and I shared it on my page.
When my stuff got stolen in Mexico?
I think that's what it was. And then, we started following each other and occasionally commenting, and then the relationship bloomed into such a fantastic thing.
I think the first time I met you was it UTV Worlds? I think it was when you let Brett race your car.
So I actually wasn't at that. My dad was.
Oh.
But, yeah, so you probably met my dad, and I think my buddy TJ was with him, but yeah,
that was a race that I'd like to forget, but yeah.
that
was 2019. Yeah. So we had some comments coming in. Caden Mack just joined us. What's up, Caden? Man, I can't even see all those people that are coming on. But
Caden Mack is legit.
He is. I heard he's racing. Whose car are you racing? Seth's?
Quintero's, yeah.
Is he?
As far as we know, yeah.
Dude, he's doing such a good job, man. Obviously, he's got a good teacher, but Caden is like his own self, right? He's got his own driving style, the whole deal, man. Yeah. Blake Vanderloo said, my boy Daniel. Justin said he's over here on YouTube and checking it out.
Blake Vanderloo was the first person to let me drive a Razor, and it was his, was it 2016 King of Hammers car.
Blake did?
Yeah, that was my first Razor I got to drive. It was sick.
Really? You were pumped on it?
Yeah, it was out in
he's
Arizona
actually making fun of you over here. He said Joey D got you hooked. And he said Joey D hooked Daniel and I up on a blind date.
Yeah.
DS ended up spending the night.
Yeah. I spent the night. Yeah, I ended up spending the night at the house. It was fun.
That relationship bloomed a lot more than ours did.
Quickly, right?
Yeah, Blake's good people.
So that's rad. So the first time I ever met you, I don't even know if you remember this, but we were at Glen Helen, and you were helping, I think, Jason and Jeremy of the UTV Wolfpack. Yeah. And I remember because, your face was way more baby face at that time, and it was probably 2015 or so.
I was a lot skinnier, too, then.
But, yeah, so it was cool to see you out there because I was like, man, he's really, putting it all in, he's going for it. You had the whole kit, you were ready to go. And I went over and asked Jeremy, and I was like, who's the new guy or whatever, because I had been there for 2 weeks. I was already a veteran at that point, right?
Sure.
And so I seen you, and I was like, that's so cool. He's like, I don't know, we'll see how he does. And clearly, you've been doing good, man. So you've been putting in the work.
Thank you. Yeah, Merrill's were one of the first people to kind of bring me out, and kind of came from. I worked at a luxury car dealership. And did business with his brother Jared at J-Star Motors.
Oh, cool.
And so that's how we kind of got into communication, was like that. And let's see, I went out with them at Lake Elsinore, fell in love with them. I think it was probably 2015.
Nice.
And just kept growing ever since. They're the first one to bring me out for a race. It was actually Parker 250 in 2017 or 2016. I think it was 2016.
Yeah.
They brought me out, and that was the first race life story I did for Joey.
That's so cool.
With the Merrills.
Right on. Dune and Destroy, guys, some of the comments actually already passed us, but up just for us at camp rather than we felt special. That's cool, man. Rager. Yeah, Camp Rager.
Oh, yeah. From what we can remember, it was a good time.
So I always like talking and getting back into the backstories because it really, it brings light to the whole off-road community, not just to you. So, what was even the reason that you, a photographer as good as yourself now could have picked anything? You could do weddings. You could do, anything that makes a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Right? You could go shoot nature pictures for a huge Discovery Channel or something. Let's just throw all these examples out there. But you decided to pick off-road.
Yeah, so, I've always grown up drag racing. That was my thing. Grew up BMXing before. Cameras were always around. Anyways, how I kind of got into off-road and into the UTV thing is one time I'm at my local track, Verona, 8th Mile drag strip. I've always been there, and I saw this Yamaha. It was a YXZ. It was turboed by Alba Racing. And this thing just pulled a massive wheelie. I forgot what it ran. It ran like a high 6, which is fast.
Dang, that is pretty good.
And the 8th Mile, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is sick. You know, small displacement motor, similar to, I grew up drag racing Hondas and then got into like more domestic muscle, LSX shit. But I kind of gravitated towards that because it reminded me a lot of it. Smaller displacement motor, turbo. So I saw that and I was stoked on it. So I started looking online. Who would want some, photos of fucking UTV pulling a wheelie?
Yeah.
I found UTV Underground and hit up Joey and said, "Hey, you want to run this? You can have it for free if you want to just run it on the website." And that was pretty much the birth of our relationship.
No
Dude,
way.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Chase
that's
Carr,
sick.
what's up, buddy? That is so cool, man. That's like one of those things that's like I don't want to say chance because like I always feel like I'm a big fate guy. Like you kind of fall into it, right? But that's a pretty cool story thinking about it. I mean, like when you got into UTVs, you explained it a little bit to us because you're a big moto guy, big bicycle guy. But that's a lot easier.
Yeah.
It doesn't just happen like what Daniel said.
No, that's pretty wild. And I'm picturing a YXZ just ripping down a drag strip, right? Like drag racing, those guys are on another level.
Yeah, dude.
Like, and you said he was a high 6?
Yeah, it was a high 6.
Ooh, yeah, that's gnarly.
That's
and he was all over the track of mine, dude. That thing could run in low 6 if it really had traction.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. Yeah, and especially because UTVs are so versatile, right? Dude,
That's one of the best things about him, dude.
That
I was
is
gonna say, no kidding.
that.
Rock,
Yeah.
track, I mean, I've never, other than the other day, that Jurassic Park car raced the unicorn.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
The 2JZ one?
Yeah, that thing
I didn't
is
see it,
sick.
though. No.
What motor does that thing have in it?
I have no idea.
Which one?
The Jurassic Park car.
I think it was a 2JZ, I think.
I think, but all I know is the thing rips.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
It's crazy that side-by-sides are that far advanced now.
Dude, it's
Because,
wild.
like, we were stoked when UTVs, like, when a Rhino had an R01 motor in it. Like,
Oh,
It's come a long way.
I love
Dude.
SR1s.
Dude, the
Dude,
SR1s
Those were
sick.
sick.
SR1s.
I fell in love with those too when I saw them at the track, and they were only at regionals, actually, for most of the time. And I saw that, and they were just fucking on
Yeah,
it. I'm like,
crazy.
dude, that looks so much fun.
Like, talk about riding on the edge.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever driven one of them? I haven't
No.
got the opportunity to either.
Never.
Does he
But-
have one here?
Yeah, I know.
He
James does.
used to, didn't he?
James
I thought
used
he
to.
did.
James used to have one. But yeah, like so I talked to a bunch of people that actually drive those, and that's at like, I hate when people say this word, but that's a driver's class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Because like those things are so loose, like you can't control them. Like,
dude.
so you got to be really, really
Wow.
easy with the throttle.
Wow.
Wyatt Hastings said, "Just wait till UTVs are racing pro motocross tracks." Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Dude.
I mean they actually have before, right? They raced Washougal.
Yes, they have raced Washougal, and dude, I think it'd be sick in a stadium. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know SST has tried stuff, but like, if you doled down a Supercross track like they do for the what did they do the day after Supercross for the rookies?
Oh, look who just joined us, Jason Merrill.
Oh, yeah. But
yeah.
they kind of dull it down a little, and they let kids race.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
It's called Supercross Fantasies or something. But dude, a UTV can rip on a Supercross track.
Kenny Reed just said, I'll let Daniel take my 600 horsepower X3 for a hit.
Oh, yeah. See, I know Kenny. I've known him for a long time. He came from imports just like I did.
Oh, really?
wow.
Yeah.
Well, you
He's
can
a
drive
big drag
his
racer.
you can drive his 600 horsepower X3 if you want.
All right.
It's a lot of ponies.
Yeah. Oh, you shit. We got Mike on the show. That's what Jason Merrill's saying.
What up, Merrill?
All the way from Orange County, dude. Yeah, stadiums would be wild. It would be cool to see that happen, but I don't know. I always think that the UTVs, like, they need to have the speed. Like on a dirt bike, you can get up to speed really
Exactly.
quickly, right? Like on a UTV, you can't get up to speed that quick. And I think, I don't know if you remember this, Daniel, but didn't you do some, what was it called, Terracross?
Yeah.
That was kind of,
A
well,
version of it. They tried. That
it was a little
ton
bit
of fun.
too much enduro, if you ask me.
Sure.
But like, it was kind of close, right?
Yeah, it was really close. All spec cars, which was kind of cool. So we all were kind of in the same advantage, or had the same advantage, if you will.
Spec
but,
class.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was pretty enduro, and dude, it was wild. Like, they had us going over some crap that could really mess your day up. Danielle can tell you. She ran into a concrete wall. Like,
Oh, I
50
remember
miles an
seeing a
hour.
video where you were
I
like
was running
running
after her, yeah.
running across the track because you were so scared that she might have got not like.
Yeah, I missed my footing and wadded on. Yeah.
Dude.
She crashed. I crashed running to her. But, yeah, Terracross was sick. I don't know whatever happened to it, but
Yeah, Jason said, haha, yeah, tear your car apart.
100%. That's why you don't.
Did
drive
you
your
ever
own
see
car.
any of the Terracross?
No.
Dude, it was gnarly. I remember
It
one of
just like pretty much ended before, right when I came.
yeah, like yes, that's kind of when I was getting into side by sides too. Like, they had one at Glamis, didn't they?
Yeah, it was sick.
And I also remember when I think they had one at Del Mar Fairgrounds too.
They did Del Mar. Glamis, I think, was a one-time thing, but they were molding jumps out of sand, and they kept breaking away, and then they'd wrap it in chain link. So you'd be ripping up these lips, and they were all chain linked up. It was the strangest thing, but it worked.
The chain link didn't like come up and hit like cut your tire or something?
No.
Was it like the thing they use on baseball fields, like that shit?
It was legitimate chain link. Like, rip it off your chain link fence and put it on there.
Oh,
But
really?
They buried it enough to where it held. But, yeah, dude, that was racing in Glamis, like, that was wild. And it was during Camp Razor, so there were people all over the damn place. It was a good time.
Dude, yeah, that sounds cool. I do think that there's a huge evolution. And I guess we could talk about it right now while we're waiting for RJ. But already, like, side-by-sides and off-road in the last, I would say, well, how about this? I'll make a bold statement, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Side-by-sides have given new light to the off-road culture because they make it so it's affordable, right?
Yeah. You know, you hear people talking about how it's a good thing and a bad thing, and it is. But that's what it takes to grow almost any sport.
Sure.
You know, you're going to have the purists to say, you know, they don't want us out there. And, you know, there are those people that just go out, finance one, and wreck the shit because they're dumbasses.
I feel like that's super cool, though. Like, that's one of the things that I like most of it because the entry point is so easy.
Well, it's no different than motocross, right? Like, anybody can go buy a dirt bike and go race. But, so, I don't know. It's usually the 1450 guys that hate on the side-by-side class.
Oh,
that's how it used to be.
Yeah, and so we're going to kind of talk about this same subject while we're talking about Wyatt Hastings said, and you have a first eye point of view on this when RJ hit that Supercross line in that last video that he did. Like, that shows what they're capable of now.
It would have been sick. We were talking about doing a race or whatever.
Like a straight rhythm.
Yeah, like a straight rhythm race.
Yeah.
It's
so many people would die
gnarly,
though.
Dude. It is.
Yeah.
People like they'll see that and then they think they can fucking do it.
Yeah.
No way, bro.
No.
It is so much the timing, understanding the car, where the power band hits when you land. You know, if you have enough to make it over the triple.
Put it this way: RJ is one of, if not the best driver in a side by side on the planet, right? And he's got so much car control in any vehicle that he drives, and he still had trouble getting those perfect shots on a Supercross track.
Yeah. Dude, they're the throttle control, especially in a turbo car.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a skilled son of a bitch to be able to control the throttle on that thing in a tight rhythm section.
I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, but if you put me on a course like that, I could do decent, but I would crash probably once a lap.
That's probably how I would do.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because of the lack of throttle control that I have compared to somebody like RJ.
I get you. It's it'd be tough, dude. I can't even like really have an opinion about it without actually doing it.
To not be able to judge it.
We were kind of wishing, like when we did that video for it was out in Texas at Rich's
Jason
spot.
Dusty Summit just said what's up too.
What up? It was at South Central motocross track, and we wanted to leave it up, like for other people to come during the public, but he didn't want to leave it up.
Yeah.
And also
Can't say I blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you don't want people unexperienced hitting it and then having an issue.
Somebody open the gate and just go out there and wad it. Yeah,
Sure,
dude.
sure.
I can totally agree with that. The only experience that I really have is I used to race Supercross, and then like transitioning from that way back then. When I got my first side by side, it was a Razor 900 from the Rockstar Energy UTV Wolfpack. I actually took it, and they put me out on the vet track at our local track in Arizona. It was fine, right? Like you just like sail over the jumps, you're wide open, like no big deal. And then I snuck onto the motocross track when they had intermission, and I knocked out all the jumps first lap. And that was because, like, I felt like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
But they kicked me out instantly. Like, they're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're going to freaking
We're gonna
kill
fuck up
yourself.
we'll
Yeah.
fuck up the lips.
I'm sure. Like, whatever it was. So, but the experience that I had on it was phenomenal. So I can agree with you. And when you say it would be rad to have some sort of track like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, And you're talking the 900 days, so that was when
That's-
these were pretty much breaking,
Yeah.
into the motocross tracks. And, dude, they were hating on it big time.
Yeah,
'Cause they
exactly.
didn't know what it would do to it, or do to the track. They, the most fun I've ever had in a side-by-side was hucking the jump on a moto track.
Yeah.
They jump like a dirt bike.
Dude, it's pretty cool, right? As long as you got the jump set up right. If it doesn't have like a little kicker on the top of it.
Did you ever race Taft? Work?
Dude, Taft
No.
is sick.
That step up is unreal.
I was
Massive,
actually
bro.
telling one of our listeners, Caden Danbury, that was one of the tracks that I've never gotten to race that I wanted to.
Dude, if you can ever make it out there just to run practice or race, whatever, that track is.
Is it forgiving if you check up? Because it looks kind of forgiving in a sense, like you'll land, but you're not gonna fucking.
Some people.
Oh, because you can smack into it?
Yeah, some people did do that. I held it on the wood every single time because you could never overjump it because you're landing
Yeah.
down a hill. But that was fun. That was a damn good job.
Dude, yeah, that track is
Yeah,
cool.
why I
especially-
said that step up's legit.
It's sick, especially when it's all green out there.
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
It's a little bit of a drive, and it's in the middle of fucking nowhere, but it is pretty cool. I like it.
It's a random spot, but it, like you said, with all the greenery in the back, and they're fracking everywhere. It smells
Where
like
it-
onions. Did you notice that?
It's
Is it on farmland or something?
It's kind of like
yeah,
farmland.
it's
Yeah,
kind of like farmland. It's shoot,
it's right outside of Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
Yeah.
It's just west of Bakersfield.
Let's see here. Almost as fun as Camp Razor Celebrity 170 race. Oh, Blake Vanderlist. Yeah, I remember
Dude,
that.
that was wild.
Didn't Travis Pastrana have his head sticking out of that or something?
Yeah.
How did you guys fit in those cars?
I didn't race that, luckily, because I would have got another head injury. But, dude, I remember Levi LaValle practically fit perfectly in the thing. And I think Mitchie ended up winning, if I remember right, junior.
Because
day.
he was small, probably.
Yeah, and Travis, he had his head cocked out the window. Or it might have been out the roof. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but
he looked like Shaquille O'Neal.
That'd be
in a
fun to
freaking
bring back.
Little ass.
Yeah.
That would be cool to bring
That'd
back.
be
But yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like those, the progression of off-road is really getting cool, and it's not just because the UTVs are getting better. It's because the tracks are getting better. People are like, I mean, even the Dirt Life putting light on the UTV scene and off-road. Like Jim Beaver does a fantastic. All these media outlets that are giving credit to the UTV scene and putting it out there, and the promoters of the races, all of these series that are developing. I mean, there's DP4, there's Legacy, there's Best in the Desert, obviously Score and all the big ones. Like, there's so many, and in short course, I mean, now they got the Great American Short Course Series that took over Lucas. Like, there's always places to race.
Yeah.
Well, and the cool part, too, is it started kind of taking off right as social media started taking off. So social media is a big push for anything to grow. And I think that has had a lot of, especially you come out with viral videos like RJ does, like it just starts going and going, and it brings recognition to the sport.
You're totally right. Yeah, because that's a massive platform.
Oh, yeah.
Because people can share it.
Exactly. You know, 10, 15 years, I mean, we had MySpace, but
Yeah.
you weren't doing the crap like we're doing
Yeah,
today.
not even close to the same, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we got a comment come in from Offroad in Austin. We have a series that just started in Michigan. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Man, that sounds cold.
It does sound cold.
So Jay Drizzle just commented. Some people call you all kinds of different D Shark, D Shank.
D-Shank. So, like, D-Shank is what I've been called growing up because a lot of people have trouble with my last name, Schenkelberg. It's long. It's intimidating to look at. But, so people would be like, what Daniel you're with? So they say D-Shank.
Oh.
So it was kind of short for Schenkelberg, or I've been called, like, Shank, Shanky. My grandpa used to go by Shank or whatever, but
Yeah.
that's my nickname. Growing up.
Jason said Ken Block set the standard. I mean, he set the standard for the highest level, I think. But I think that the standards are just that everybody can share it. Like that's the best part about it. Like
I say Ken Block and Robbie Madison.
Yeah.
Robbie Madison
big
has some
stuff.
dope
I can agree with that. But like when you look at social media, and I don't want to get too far into this because it's a freaking rabbit hole, right? But most off-road racers have between 500 and 5,000 people.
Sure.
And 500 people is plenty enough to be able to share your story with all kinds of people and make an impact.
Yeah.
Just think if you were talking to 500 people in a garage, in an auditorium, and you convinced 20 of them to go buy a side-by-side.
Oh, yeah. It's
That
big.
percentage is only, what, 5%, 8%?
And then how many people do they tell?
Exactly.
Right? It just
And
spreads.
so, like, you couldn't be more right. And to go along with, like, the progression of it, when anybody thinks, like, I don't have that many followers, I don't get that many likes and stuff, it doesn't matter. It makes zero difference. As long as
it's
you
the
can make an
value.
impact on the people around you, you're doing a good
And I
job.
think it's the people too. Like numbers don't mean anything. It's the value of the people itself, you know.
Well, yeah, and everybody can buy shit these days. They can buy followers, buy numbers, and all that stuff. It's really sucky.
A lot of people do that too.
Oh, insane.
There's a lot of
Bro,
racers that do that.
I was watching, yeah. Yeah.
There definitely are.
We're not going to call anybody out, though.
No,
I don't
no.
want to be that guy.
Hell no.
I might. Just kidding.
I'm avoiding the
Hey,
drama.
no, there's this like Netflix documentary or somewhere, but they take like 5 random people who have like 500 followers, random people, and they literally try to make them Instagram famous and influencers.
Really?
It's a pretty cool show.
That's on Netflix, you said?
Does it actually work out or no?
It worked out for one person actually.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
she
pretty
actually
sick.
started making money
And like
brands
doing
and
pretty
other
well?
stuff. Yeah, and then other people kind of fell off, like didn't like it or
Sure.
felt fake.
We got a couple more comments coming in. It looks like RJ's having a little bit. Maybe RJ's at the shop.
You could, I don't know, Jason tag him. They should, because I wreck a lot of cameras.
What's up, Mitch? Wise41. Let's see here. When Canon start paying you, Daniel? You got a Canon sponsorship?
I wish.
Is that how it's going?
Shit, I wish.
That would be pretty sick, right?
Dude, I would throw my camera in the sketch. I already do.
Josh
And-
Metzger, you know him.
Yeah, I would throw if I had free cameras, dude, I'd throw my camera in the sketchiest of places.
I don't know what's happening, RJ. Maybe you can try to see if you can get better Wi-Fi somewhere or something. Or you know what?
RJ's got some cheap Wi-Fi, bro.
Actually, RJ, you got to upgrade or update your Instagram app too on your phone. So make sure you got it updated. See, he'd take that sponsorship. I'm actually jealous of unable to join. Yeah, update your Instagram app, RJ. RJ Anderson can control a razor like nobody, but needs to upgrade his Instagram app on his phone.
Yeah, sometimes RJ's a little slow on that.
So talking about like the evolution of it, like I still really enjoy seeing it because like we're in the industry. Everybody that's on the show and listening to the show is in the industry, right?
Sure.
So actually, you guys should tell us. Yeah, stand by. He's laughing. You guys should tell us also what you think the evolution is. Like, maybe give us your opinion on where you think it's going to be at in the next, I don't know, what do you think, 12 months?
12 months?
It could.
Shit.
Who the hell knows?
As long as the supply chain issues is fucking everybody up.
Yeah, exactly.
So as soon as that gets on, I'm sure shit's gonna start popping off real fast.
I feel like the same thing too. So
On Merrill's comment too about Ken Block setting the standard. Notice Ken Block's doing shit in side-by-sides now.
yeah, absolutely.
Like they're taking over. The popularity on them's huge.
Yeah,
It's affordable.
they're doing so good, man. It's so refreshing to see though that people can look at something and then actually go and do it. Like when I see F1, of course, I'm like my jaw drops, right?
Oh, yeah.
I see a trophy truck, my jaw drops, but I can't go do that.
Yeah.
I see a side-by-side do something that's like kind of like that. I'm like, dude, I can go do that.
Oh yeah.
Like
you
that's
can go do everything with it. That's the fucking
That,
best part.
that's the
dude.
craziest part. You can do anything. with it.
Anything, bro.
yeah,
You could
exactly.
Take a fucking Turbo S and go fucking race it. You could go to rocks.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff with it. It's so
Dude,
much fun.
And there's so many people that actually do it. So I'm really stoked on it. And I personally think over the next 12 months, I kind of feel like I have a little bit more of an insight because I'm in the industry, but I feel like a lot of the people that are around off-road racing and some of the manufacturers, I feel like everybody's in like a cleanup mode. Like we can refresh, we can reset because of all the things that are going on in the world. So I feel like the industry is going to take a little bit, I don't want to say a back seat because a lot of stuff is going to be happening behind the scenes, but some of the forward-facing things are going to slow down. And then all of a sudden in 2023, it's going to be like, all right, here's all this new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so because a lot of companies are cutting back budgets on how many people are on their team, what they allocate for the year, just because they really don't know yet. Let's see if RJ is going to join.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, look, Danielle Gardner. She
Although
said,
Mr. Craig Scanlon.
"My Gardner is hot."
Oh yeah.
You know who's hotter is Melanie.
Oh, there's Craig Scanlon right there too. What's up, Craig? How are you? Yeah. Do you guys?
Who's the guy on the
Is
right?
that Mike Metzger or Mike Gardner?
Mike Metzger?
Who the hell is the guy on the right?
Oh shit.
You're getting a lot of crap, dude.
Yeah, from my business partner Alex and my daddy Craig.
Your daddy.
My daddy.
Big
Dude,
daddy.
I don't know what's happening, RJ. Maybe it's me that needs to upgrade my app, dude. Hopefully, we can get you on here, buddy.
Why is it so hard for him to just come here? I don't really understand.
Right.
Oh,
It's
because he's
not
up
that
in
far.
Riverside.
I
Yeah.
mean, we're here, aren't we?
I'm from San Diego.
I'm over the hill in Orange County, dude. We made it.
Shit.
Well, we know RJ's a busy guy. He's getting ready for 2022. All right, I'm going to keep trying to accept you, RJ, and we can see if we can get you on
Why
here,
don't you
buddy.
just go use Stronghold's Wi-Fi, bro?
Go over there.
Oh, scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Oh man, he's saying he's running out of people, huh?
We're not
Oh,
even at the
man.
bottom. We're not even at the bottom of the barrel, man. We got bougie cucumber water over here, Craig. But yeah, so keep talking about like the evolution of all that stuff because it kind of ties in to the evolution of Daniel's photography career, right? Like as the sport grows, there's more photographers coming into the scene. There's plenty of room for everybody, right? But what have you seen from behind the scenes standpoint of communicating a lot of these images, video, and stuff with your clients to the consumer or to the audience?
As in what?
Like I'm saying, the first time that you did it, you just did photographs for the UTV Wolfpack, and you gave it to them, and then you kind of just went out. But now it's a lot different. Now you're controlling their social media. Now you're doing all of these things that interact with the forward-facing public.
Yeah, it's a lot more lifestyle now than race-based.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely is. I try to focus more on the race shit. Just 'cause that's what I love.
Yeah, 100%. Well, when you went down to the Baja 1000, man, you had a good time down there.
Oh, with Craig?
Yeah.
Craig. Well, I barely even saw him because you guys were down. What were you guys at?
Loretto, I think it's called.
Loretto on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, we were down there for.
I was jealous. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
Dude, I thought you were up in Ensenada.
Yeah, it was whatever though.
Yeah, I mean that was a good time.
You know, we were putting in miles though. We were doing work. Not saying you guys weren't at all, but we were out of town a lot. Oh, RJ started.
Yeah, let's see if
he started following you.
Dang, what
dude,
a
that's
dick.
sick.
Dude, RJ Anderson is following us now. That's awesome. Let's see if we can try to get him on right now and have RJ join us. But I don't know, man. Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm the one that needs to upgrade. I upgraded yesterday, but maybe they came out with something that is a new thing.
What was good though about the Baja was I was up at the upper half and you were in the bottom half.
Yeah.
And so we were able to tell both sides at the same time. You know,
story.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you have the team down south pre-running, and then you got us up north pre-running.
It was fun to follow.
So that was a cool thing that I thought was actually good. Was
Yeah.
separating
So
us.
for people that don't know, I was able to go down there with the whole team of the Scanlon Motorsports 4 Parts Group. You stayed up and handled most of the content, photography, and stuff up north in Ensenada area, and then you obviously drove down, and we were down south following along, and Craig gave me the opportunity to do some social media stuff there. I don't know how to take pictures like you do, but we had a good time. It was pretty cool. It won't let me join. Sorry, boys. I'm out here in spirit. Well, thanks, RJ. We really appreciate it, man. I don't know what the deal is either. Let me see if I can actually ask you to join, and then we'll try it that way. Yeah, so it's a lot different than it used to be, though, right? Because you used to just give pictures or, go to the races, pay $100, and the people would be like, all right, we'll send you pictures. You'll get a CD this week.
Yeah.
Now it's like on social media and ready to go in 30 seconds.
Yeah, they want it right away.
So it's
Especially with just story stuff, like being up on all the, just what's happening. Down there you have your service issues and shit, but just trying to stay up to date on that.
So if you had one tip to give to both of you guys, how about you both answer this question? If you had one tip to give about content production or content sharing, what would you give to some of the people that are maybe beginning their off-road career?
You go ahead, dude.
Is it the quicker the better? Is it the quality the better?
I think quality.
It's always quality. Quicker is never the best.
Quicker people get burnt out, I feel like.
Yeah, and that's okay. People have whatever different standards for, whatever it is, photos, fucking interior design, anything. So it's kind of subjective. It is an art, so it is subjective, and it's really what somebody's willing to pay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, RJ, sorry, man. Maybe it's us over here that don't know how to do the Instagram
that's why
stuff.
I have media, guys.
Yeah.
That's true.
Can you call in?
Yeah, I mean, you could call in if you want, RJ. Let's see here. I think we can get you on. You know what? I don't know if we can. Yeah, we'll get RJ on at another time.
Dude, this cucumber water is so refreshing.
It's pretty good, right? That's probably why you wanted it on the way home from Baja, man. All right, RJ, how about you do this? How about you throw us a comment telling us a funny story of when you hung out with Daniel the last couple months here? See if we got a funny story that he can tell us.
He's got a funny story of the first time I went to a race. Was it the first time? Yeah, I think the first time I went to a race with him.
Oh, really?
The after party. It was actually, what was it? Challenge Cup. I forgot what year it was. It was the Challenge Cup.
Challenge Cup 2069.
Out in Crandon?
No, it was in Arizona. It was at Wild Horse. But that was a fun time. I miss short course. I miss Lucas.
Dude, Lucas was so fun.
It kind of sucks they ran that shit in the ground, but hopefully gas starts bringing it back up. Was it Champ Offroad's doing great, and they got an Amsoil sponsorship. Oh, looks like we're calling RJ Anderson.
Yeah, let's see if we can get RJ on the line right here.
You got me?
Yeah, RJ,
Yo.
what's up, buddy? How are you, man? I don't know if the people on Instagram can hear you, but you're in the audio system, so we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Oh, man. That's why I need my media guy with me at all times.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Oh, Schenkelbangers is got to be near you when you got your Instagram lives, I guess, huh?
I know. My media guy's on the other side of the camera. I can't figure it out.
Hey, so we were just asking if you have any funny stories about hanging out with Daniel the last few months.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say this so early on in the process, but we're actually starting a new company. It's called Only Naps, and we're going to make travel pillows.
Yes, I have talked about that. Yeah, it's going to be an Only Nap pillow.
Hey, so I got to give a
Travel
little
pillow.
bit of baseline to some of the audience that may or may not know.
Pending.
So Daniel is a professional photographer, obviously.
And
He's
napper.
and a professional nap taker as well.
Big nap guy.
Big nap guy.
Uh-huh.
So RJ's making a little bit of fun of him talking about the business, or maybe it's real.
Hey,
I'm
I
taking
think
on
we can-
investors. Let me know
dude,
if anybody's
Yeah, we
into
gotta
the
meet-
pillow game.
Nappers
Put it
Worldwide.
on Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Nappers Worldwide. Our first investor could be you.
Between RJ and Ronnie's feed when they're traveling, all the
Oh my God.
all the nap photos or videos is great.
They get me every time.
Okay, good. They said they can hear you, RJ, so we're real good. Blake Vanderloo is listening to you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't. Every time I would click it, it just says unable to send request.
Yeah, I think that's what happens when Instagram updates. Like, they update every 3 times a day, I think. So somehow they just got in between us. Maybe it's us that need to update. But I appreciate you coming on either way.
Yeah, sorry. I updated. I shut my phone off. I tried everything. I unfollowed you, followed you. I did everything, but I couldn't. No go.
Dude,
All right.
How dare you unfollow him?
I know. I made up for it.
All right.
But yeah, so you guys have done some pretty cool projects. Like, let's get into, we're talking about the progression of off-road a little bit, and some of the stuff that you started with Daniel is completely different than the stuff that you've been doing nowadays, right? Like, when was the first time that you got to work with Daniel on a project?
Man, the first time I started working with Daniel was back in the Lucas Oil days. We were actually, I don't remember exactly how it started. I think it might have been Elsinore. He came up and had some good photos, and then ended up going out testing with us one day. Just on a track day.
I
where
think it was
I think it was-
Valentine's Day.
Was it Pro Light
Yeah,
Days?
it was.
It was Valentine's Day.
It was the first time I drove my Pro 4 actually out at Lake Elsinore. So it was like 2016, I believe.
On Valentine's Day too. It's
yeah.
meant to be, dude.
I got
Yeah.
a photo of him with the rose in his mouth and everything.
That wasn't a coincidence. That
Did
was
you
God.
did you give him the rose?
No, I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
where the
I
rose
think
came
he brought-
from.
I don't remember where. I think Daniel brought it for me.
Yeah.
He just took one and fingered me the first day. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about progression, and like my backstory, which I've told you multiple times, George, is like the people you surround yourself with. And Daniel's one of those guys. We go out and do a bunch of cool things, but he's always got that creative idea and down to try things and risk his own equipment. Like I think one of my favorite shots he ever got was, I don't know if you saw that one from Dana Creech's spot. He actually rigged his camera on the back of Ronnie's car, and we hit like one of the biggest jumps there.
Oh, wait.
and
Hold on. Speaking of that,
Oh, is
Yeah.
that the shot right there?
are you talking about this shot?
Whoa, look at that, dude.
That's for you, George.
Dang, thank you. So RJ, you
That's
can't
funny,
see it, but
actually.
we're posting it, or we're holding it up if you can look at Instagram. But this is well, it's a banger printout,
Oh, thank you.
dude. This thing is nice, man.
Yeah.
So Bryce
Yep,
Menzies,
that's it.
Bryce Menzies wants to take your spot. He thinks he can connect on Instagram right now to join.
Let's see. Let's see if he can figure it out, dude.
So Bryce, if you are watching
have
on,
Justin with
I
him,
think
though.
Bryce might be on YouTube or something. But if you are, you can join us on Instagram if we can make it work. Who knows, dude? This picture is so sick. You see this thing?
Yeah, so that camera was mounted on the back of Ronnie's car, and they went off tandem. And
show
I
this
triggered
camera
it.
right here. So that when Daniel says that, so it was what?
So Ronnie's in front of him. My camera is actually facing RJ on the back of Ronnie's car, and I'm at the bottom about 100 yards away.
This is a still camera?
Yeah, still camera, triggering it with a remote.
Dude, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I've always had this shot in mind my whole life. Not really my whole life.
Yeah, but
I
that's
kind of lied about that. But off-road, just getting it mid, straight in the air, and that's.
and you
just
can
what I
kind of
want.
do this stuff with a drone, but that's not the same,
No,
right?
it's not the same.
Dude, that's
it's
pure
not a photo.
quality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the
a
greenery in the back. Like, look how
Oh,
much
that
that's
place is-
the
popping
distance.
too.
Yeah, I wish you could see this picture, RJ. Well, you've already seen it before, but man, that place looked fun when you guys got to go rip around.
He might have even signed it.
Dude, I got the technology going. I got you guys on speakerphone, and I'm still watching the live stream.
Oh, dude, look
Let's
at
go.
you, man. Hey, so yeah, congrats on the shot, dude. I just
that's sick.
gave Daniel knuckles for you. Let's keep it right here, man, so people can
there.
see it, dude. Keep it right
Yeah,
there so
that's-
everybody can look at it.
That shot's so sick, and it's one of those things that's hard to sometimes get the best angle, you know. But he killed it on that one.
So I guess that kind of goes along with what we're talking about the progression. Like when we first started, I mean, like you started off-road a lot younger than I did, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, people go to the track and you pay them to take pictures of you from the sidelines, and now there's like fully interactive stuff like this. It's pretty badass, dude. And to have somebody like Daniel in your corner is pretty badass.
Oh no, it's super rad for sure, and I'm sure a lot of people, you know, at first, you know, like you said, you start young and you don't really you get it. You think, oh, I'll go to the track, I'll pay someone to just take some photos, and then, you know, next time I go to the race or whatever, I'll pay someone to take photos again. But it's pretty cool being able to work with someone like Daniel, and who's at the top of their game, you know, and taking photos and be able to travel all over and always have those memories. You know, that's what I always say is the trophies sit on the shelves and collect dust at the end of the day, and no one remembers after the podium's over. But the memories are what you hold on to forever, and Daniel helps capture all those for us.
It's pretty cool, right? Well, and now he does video for you guys too, which is pretty rad.
I do a little
Yeah,
bit, just the vlogs.
He
Dude.
kills it. Anything all the way around. He's a creative mind, so he's got that niche.
Well, dude, and having a media guy with you at all times like that is the next level that a lot of racers should try to follow.
Dude,
it's
absolutely.
it's a commitment because it costs money, but eventually, if you're consistent, it'll pay you back.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, speaking of this, so, you know, to invest in your shit, like RJ, this was during when COVID just happened. We put RJ pretty much
Yeah, see,
funded.
Craig said, "What are you drinking, Daniel?"
I'm drinking fucking cucumber water.
Dude, cheers. This is from your Baja trip, Craig. This is what we were talking about on the way home, buddy.
So RJ funded that whole Area 52 video himself. He's the one that invested not just the creative and the money and just everything so we keep staying on top of it.
Yeah.
You know, we stay ahead of the curve when, you know, people are at home doing nothing. We were fucking in the middle of nowhere, NorCal, doing this, you know, stepping on mud pies and shit.
All right, so I'd like to take this back a little bit, and RJ, you can probably agree with me on this, is like, this is a professional off-road team that RJ operates. He's getting some of the best in the business to be able to do this. He's putting his own race money back into it, whether it's from his sponsors or his pocket, doesn't make a difference, but he's reinvesting in his program. And a lot of people that are out there always ask those same questions, like, what can I do to better my race program? And I'll tell you, everybody thinks they need to win. Well, of course you want to go out there and win. Like, that's what everybody that races wants to do. But you can go get your buddy and give him dinners all weekend and have him come out and take pictures with a cell phone.
oh yeah,
Anything helps.
just
Anything.
consistency.
100%. I mean, RJ, you see a bunch of kids out there coming to your camp that are stoked on all the stuff you're doing.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what's actually cool is, like, sometimes coming from Southern California, we get a little bit, I think, spoiled. You know, we have so much always going on, but the more we travel, we go to all these different states and different events that a lot of them are our first time, Mud Nationals or even out in Crandon. People come up to us all the time, and our numbers are not huge at all on YouTube and stuff, but they see our vlogs and they want to interact. You know, that's what social media is about. It's about being social with the people that follow you, and they feel like they're a part of it because I have guys like Daniel, they're helping document it, and you're not going to win every race. I don't care how hard you try. It's just not in the cards, you know, but if you have those assets, the photography, the video, everything behind it to present your sponsors every time and have them be able to, you know, display their product and whatever there is helping you with their program, not always a loss. Even though you might have had a bad weekend, you know, you can still make the most out of it. And that's what we try to do for our sponsors. And And that's like what Daniel's helped elevate our program.
Dude, I think that's a perfect way to put it, because if you're not at the races, you can still see it.
100%. And today, I mean, the wins aren't that important. Like, as long as people can travel along with the journey online, like through vlogs and live part of the lifestyle, like, even from a company standpoint, the wins aren't near as important as they used to be.
I agree. You could probably ask RJ on that. He might know a little bit more about it when it comes to sponsorship.
So,
if it's more wins or championships or...
I think I think it's all about eyes right now.
Yeah.
But so the gambling camper actually said, "What do you think?" This is a good question for you, Daniel. If a new photographer wants to get into the off-road scene and do it, like, does somebody like you tell him to fuck off, or you're like, "Dude, come on in, I'll show you. Like, here's how I do it." And
I mean, if he's there, like,
putting in the work,
asking me, like next to me, asking me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, maybe he's DMing you. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, like, he obviously wants to get into the off-road scene.
I would
doing
say
photography.
just find a small team.
Yeah.
Find a small team, show your worth, put some work in, go start shooting some races.
Start helping him out.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's there and he asks me like, "Oh, is this spot hidden right now?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people could lie, and that's happened before.
Oh,
yeah.
It's about, like, oh no, this is whatever, and then they end up getting some banger stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
though.
I'll always share what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said before too. Is there's always room for everybody. RJ, so the content delivery, we were kind of talking about it in the progression of off-road. Like, it's really cool to be able to show people behind the scenes. But with Daniel, you're able to actually show more than just racing. You kind of show your whole life. You kind of opened up a Pandora's box, so to speak, and that has been really valuable for you. How has Daniel helped you achieve that?
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of, what the thought is behind it is that you can only take a photo of a corner or a jump on the racetrack so many times before people can't relate. A lot of times racing a 900 horsepower Pro 4 at Crandon, people think it's cool and rad, but they can't relate. So anyone can relate to what it takes to get ready for something, or to try to set out and set a goal and go after it and travel across the country with your friends and your team and your family. And just the whole backstory of the racing is the goal, and the podium and the trophies is why we do it. But there's also a whole process to what actually happens, and whether it could even be a race, it could be Mud Nationals or an event, or there's so much more to just going after each and every trophy every weekend. And that's something that Daniel's been able to help portray for me, is he gets that, he does the traveling with us while you flip the camera around on him, and he's not always
awake.
so to talk into it. But, he takes guys like him sacrificing, and going along the trips with us and sharing the stoke and the journey. And it's fully a team effort, like I said. So
it's
not like
he makes it easy.
Yeah, but I think it's
easy.
like it's a team effort, right? I mean,
yeah.
like, you could have a shitty mechanic and he'd still bring down the team. You could have a shitty content guy who would bring down the team. Like, so you guys are a good match, obviously. And so to answer his question, like, you really just need to get in there and do it, like, and see if you match with that team. If you don't, then bail out. Go somewhere else.
And probably, correct me if I'm wrong, do like local races, get some content.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically like your resume, right?
Yeah, I started
Like-
off in regionals.
Sure.
Start any race, get as
for
much as
sure.
you can.
Then you can find a
I mean,
team, hopefully, and go from there.
he could go to any little race, local, whatever, and film it and make it cool and show just the journey.
100%.
That's part of it.
Yeah, exactly. The 7FPV guy said, hey, guys, killer show. Love the topic. Well, I'm glad that you love the topic, man, and Happy New Year. It is pretty cool to understand how everything's going. RJ, do you have any idea? I mean, like, clearly you have a plan for 2022, but do you have any idea, generally speaking, how the off-road scene is going to progress in the next year or two? Actually,
And
a better question is,
off-road
what's
as a
your
whole-
opinion on it?
off-road as a whole, or like more of my space, like short course type stuff?
Why don't you talk about yours, since it's closer to your heart, and with Daniel and stuff like that?
I've been racing short course for like 12 years now, and I love it. And it's been through ups and downs and ups and downs. And people probably kind of see me slowly not racing as much stuff, as much, like I've went to a limited schedule, kind of pick and choose the bigger races, just because, unfortunately, for short course right now, I know some people will agree with me, but this is just my opinion, is it's not at where I think its potential could be.
Yeah, it's not 2016, 2017.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah, and even in those years, like, there was still, I think, a bunch of us in the space. Like, when I say a bunch of us, there's only a handful of us that actually make a living doing the short course stuff. And those are the kind of people that I more lean on their, for their opinions and stuff on the matter too. But it's just, with Lucas going away out here on the West Coast, that obviously put a damper in it. But I think it wasn't really the direction the sport needed to go anyways. So I'm glad that it left opportunity. I guess I'll lean on to it. Have any of you guys checked out like what Travis has been doing with the Nitro Rallycross?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was thinking when you started talking about this. So back in the day, Travis Pastrana used to be a professional dirt bike racer, stuck to the track and just did all of his stuff. And he kind of started breaking off, and he started doing freestyle. And then he evolved into what he's doing now, where he's putting his racing series in front of as many people as possible. Whether the track is good or not is up for the racers to decide, right?
Sure.
But that's kind of, I think, where RJ's getting at.
Yeah, I think he did it. I think he did it right. I think he set out to make entertainment for people to watch. He didn't make a race for people to go see who gets first place. He put on something for entertainment purposes, which is, I think, where our sport needs to go. And I don't think right now there's a promoter in our space that's driven like that is has that mindset. And that's kind of one reason I've stepped back a little bit from it. Is it's a tough task. It takes someone with money and drive and lots of pieces to fall into place. I think a short course is stuck kind of in the ways of the past a little bit, and that everyone thinks that making it cheaper or saving money or this is going to fix it, that's going to fix it. And I think it's going to take a promoter driven based on entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
And until it gets that, I think it'll be what it is, which there's nothing wrong with it is what it is, but you just have to accept what you're supplying your sponsors right now and not oversell them when they're only going to get X amount of value out of what there is to offer right now.
Dude, that's huge.
That's an important thing right there. What he said is not overselling sponsors.
Yeah, don't tell them you can do something.
Yeah, I mean,
It's under deliver or excuse me, over
under deliver over.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Under promise and over deliver.
Over-deliver.
Yeah. So under promise and over deliver. But that's like what massive companies, Apple does that with their iPhone, right? Like you tell everybody that's going to be on your doorstep one day and you're late, then you already piss them off. You tell everybody that's going to be there later and you show up early, then you're good.
100%.
So I agree with what RJ's saying. Dude, it's really cool that you're able to shed some of that insight, RJ. I appreciate it, man. And we didn't have to just talk about Daniel napping in the car the whole time.
It was fun to watch, though.
It is pretty cool. So what has been one of your favorite, projects to be able to work on with Daniel? Because you've done some pretty cool stuff together.
Me? Is that for me or Daniel?
How about let's let Daniel go first, and then we'll see what you think. If you agree with the same one.
One of my favorite projects?
Yeah, that you worked on with RJ, because we'll see if he agrees with what you're saying.
I'd say the most fun one was the Hoonigan one, probably.
This last one that you guys did when you released the Pro R in Long Beach?
Yeah, that was a really cool one for just it being like that. But I still think Area 52 because that was pretty much just all our own creative. It was like kind of our thing, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, so you had like the director part of it down?
Yeah, no, not for the video part, but a lot for all the shots and everything like that. It just felt more of a...
Oh, and then
it was like an art thing, you know what I mean?
Well, it was so natural too. It seemed like
it really was natural,
literally natural. But yeah, I mean that edit. Again, I'm stepping on something that's not involving me. But yeah, from an outsider's point of view.
Yeah, because it was so free flowing, I guess you could say.
And his place is sick too, Area 52.
Oh, yeah.
Where is that?
That was one of the coolest shoots I think we did because I think it portrayed the vibe and everything that we had in our mind. Like we literally put that together so last minute. It was I talked to Dana about it forever, but the timing is so horrible with when the hills turn green and everything's perfect out there. A rain hits to keep the dust down. It's always like beginning of March when our race season would start. Well, with COVID and everything going on, race season got pushed back, and it was just like a perfect time. No one was doing anything. It was our time to pounce on that. So we literally talked about creative just on the drive up there. It's just outside of Red Bluff, which is like a little bit north of Sacramento, California. So it's up there.
It's a good drive.
Yeah, Mike's been there, so he knows it's out there. And we literally talked about the creative, went there, shot it in a day and a half, and drove back like the very next day. So it was a super quick project that we all just hustled on, knocked out. And my whole goal is I wanted it to have the MX versus ATV vibe. I wanted it to feel like
it did totally. It reminded me of an old Krusty film or Terra Firma.
So that's what I was most stoked on about that project is it worked. Like so many times we do these projects or videos or whatever it could be, photos, and like you have this vision and you see it, and then like when it comes out, you're like, well, that was a stupid idea, or it's hard to portray through video and photo. You know, it's always like what your brainchild was behind it. It's hard to sometimes put into other people's minds, and I think that one just between like Daniel's shots and getting the planes involved and Bryant Lambert.
Oh yeah, like dude, like people probably think when we brought that airplane in, for that, they probably thought that was planned. No, that shit just fucking happened on the fly.
Really?
Oh, it just cruised by.
Yeah, this fool just fucking. He's like, oh, that's my homie, and he fucking lands right on it.
No,
really?
Yeah, it was so spontaneous. That's why I think it was probably one of the most fun because it felt like
everything was working out.
Everything was working out, and like it just felt so.
Well, like RJ just said, like the grass was actually green.
Yeah.
Like that's like the perfect way to put it, right? Like how many times would you have done that and got the same look and feel if it was dead grass? Like not even close, dude. Yeah. Every single dude on a dirt bike sees a golf course and goes, yes, that's like my dream to go shred that.
Well, dude, in typical RJ's like creative personality, there's a pandemic, we can't race. Let's go get content doing something cool.
Yeah.
And that's like, again, other racers or up and coming racers can kind of think about stuff.
Go
like
do
that.
it with your cell phone. Yeah, I mean, like Axel Hodges does most of the stuff with his iPhone.
Yeah, and it's killer.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, yeah, man, I appreciate you telling us all this stuff, RJ. It's really insightful, especially for all the people that are listening and watching. So, hey, what is Daniel's favorite taco? Do you know?
Oh, God, I think he's going to tell a fucking story right now.
Dude, please do.
Daniel's favorite taco.
You think he's going to tell a story? Why did you have a mishap with a taco?
Yeah, like the first Estero, and they made fun of me for it.
Oh, really?
Let's see if he says it.
I don't even remember. Daniel's going to have to tell the story making fun of himself.
Oh, great.
Wait, where was that at? Was that at...
yeah, he remembers.
I think I do remember. You ordered like ground beef.
Yeah.
In Mexico?
At El Traero the first time.
Yeah, we were at like this big taco stand in Mexico that everyone goes to, and we're like getting carne asada, al pastor, birria, and this fool orders ground beef, and they're like, "You want what?"
Did they have it?
Yeah, they had it.
How was it?
It was whatever. It wasn't special. Yeah, and then they made fun of me at it. It was all right. I deserved it.
That's funny.
Dude, did you not know what a good taco was before you went down there?
I didn't really have al pastor at all up here.
Before that? Yeah. Well, nobody really does, but yeah. That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Dude, so it's even funnier because like when Daniel's with us, like he looks like he's with us like to be our translator, like he's our guy. You know?
But I'm not.
He's ordering ground beef tacos.
Hey, he does speak a little bit of Spanish though. He does decent.
Oh.
Dude, you were probably thinking, RJ, like, does Daniel know some kind of secret that none of us have known? Their ground beef down here must be killer. He's got the hot tips, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Exactly.
Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah. I never ever thought that would be like that.
That's pretty good.
All right, RJ, well, we're going to take a commercial break right now, so we really appreciate you coming on and joining us, dude. It's nice that you're able to take a little bit of time off of work and shed some light on Daniel's personality.
Can I make a request? Can I make a vlog request?
Hey, he wants to make a vlog request.
I would really like to see more river content.
Okay.
Big river guy over here.
Specifically, just like hanging out at the beach with the girls. Yeah, we need more river content.
So I feel like you follow Dan Bilzerian on Instagram then probably.
I did for sure. Yeah, I was a big Dan guy back in the day.
Energy needs to hook us up with some girls for that.
Dude, let's go.
Because actually another cool video we did was with Meryl.
What?
We did Rockstar.
Oh,
it was the Rockstar Pirates.
That was sick.
We did a video there.
That was actually pretty cool. So now you're going to have to put that in the request bank, RJ, and see if you can get some.
No, I'm a big river guy myself over here, and unfortunately work gets in the way of that. So I think if a Lumacraze has to do like a river day down in Needles, with the Lumacraze boat.
I got a couple models we could bring out.
Models? I mean, then if it's work, I have to go.
I agree, dude. We'll wrap the limo to make it look official. Let's do it.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly.
The Dirt Life can bring their cell phone.
Yeah, let's go. Snapchat.
Oh man, that would be perfect. Well, I appreciate you giving RJ a couple pointers on what the audience wants, what the fans like.
He needs some pointers.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, RJ. Really appreciate it, man. You're obviously doing a fantastic job. It's cool that you have Daniel on your team, and we can't wait to see what happens in 2022.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you guys. We'll try to keep you entertained. And sorry about my technical difficulties. I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Hey,
no
how
worries.
cold is it supposed to be tomorrow?
How cold?
And
Yeah,
Big
we're going
Bear.
shooting tomorrow.
Oh no.
How cold?
I think like 35.
It's going to be chilly.
Bing bong.
You have a windshield on that Razor, RJ? I don't have one on mine.
No, I don't. I have a full face helmet.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, that's gonna be real cold though. You're gonna have to have 3 sweaters and a windbreaker on.
Oh, man.
Well, hey, have
People go.
go ahead.
All right. We'll catch you guys later.
All right, homie. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right.
All right, bye.
See
So
ya.
all you guys on Instagram, you're going to have to just watch a dead screen right now because we are going to go to a commercial break. If you want to watch commercials, go over to Facebook and YouTube and check it out. But we're going to
will
take a
be
quick
back.
commercial break. We'll be right back.
We're here at the Mint 400. My name is Kerry King. I'm with the OTSFF Motul Vision truck. Motul oil is a big part of our race program. I mean, the consistency, the temperature that it holds, and the issues that we don't have while we're using that oil is self-explanatory.
Motul Oil, they've been with us for over 12 years. They jumped on board with us with the 6100 race truck here, and Mint 400, and they've been an amazing partner with our lubricants. And really, it's allowed us to finish every race in 2019, and we're jet setting really well here for 2020.
Test these tires out? I was born ready. Let it rip.
Shock Therapy, the premier UTV suspension tuning company. We test daily with the leading manufacturers in the industry to perfect our shock tunes and race-proven components for all UTVs. Whether it's high-speed racing or slower trails, we have a suspension tune that is perfect for your driving style. Visit shocktherapist.com to improve your ride today.
Zollinger Racing builds the best aftermarket products available. Products for your UTV or snowmobile, including billet radius rods, billet tie rods, billet steering knuckles, billet steering racks, alternator kits, and much more.
all manufactured in the United States in-house at their headquarters in Nibley, Utah. Travis Zollinger and his team test in some of the most brutal conditions, racing in places like the Best in the Desert Mint 400, Ultra 4 King of the Hammers, UTV World Championships, and many more. Visit ZollingerRacingProducts.com and use the code DIRTLIFE to get 10% off your next purchase, and join us on social media at Zollinger Racing Products to see our products in action. Zollinger Racing, the best products, period.
Yeah, finally, we got Lance from Solderweld in the studio. Thanks for coming down, bud. Hey, why don't we just record a commercial now?
Yeah, why not? So good to be here, man. It's been a lot. I've been trying to get down here forever, and I wanted to talk about the off-road kit.
Dude, I love those things. I got it in my pack.
Yeah, we're running hundreds of vehicles now running them, whether it's a UTV or some guy's got it in a backpack on his motocross. He's got everything he needs to make a fix right there on the fly, out on the trail, or in the desert, whatever it is.
Well, since I've already used one, I kind of know what to use it for, but explain what it does.
All right, so let's pull one out real quick. You've got your aluminum rods. Remember, they're rods, right? So, light torch, small torch. You can throw it in there or throw it on the rig with your flux. It decontaminates and cleans like let's say a radiator. You get a random rock chip runs through as you're racing. You get a rock chip in a radiator. You got to fix it right there, or you're out of the race.
You can patch it up
You can patch it up. It's all good to go.
Yep, just like welding.
Yeah. Also, as well with that, you've got a brake line fix. So with your flux, you can fix a brake line, stainless steel. And then your hot block, heat absorption putty. So it keeps you from getting burned, number one, as well as keeps the heat from traveling. So it's really nice.
I've used this not even to fix anything, so that stuff works so good, man.
Listen, it's easy. It straps in nicely so that you have everything you need in one little place, and you don't have to carry a big bag in
it's
the
like a first
truck.
aid kit for your vehicle.
Yeah, Chase trucks have it as well, so that if they need to make a fix on the fly, they can get it done quick and get you back in the race.
Dude, those things are so cool. All right, so it's at Solderweld on Instagram, Facebook, and solderweld.com.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, bud.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we are back with episode 112 of the Dirt Life Show with two fantastic people sitting next to me. Our featured guest, Daniel Schenkelberg, professional photographer and professional everything. Mike Gardner over to my far left.
Sorry, I'm posting on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we got to get you guys share all this stuff on Instagram, share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, whatever you guys can do to get more people to watch. We definitely appreciate you guys. Everything that you guys do for the show really means a lot to us because you guys have made it grow so much bigger. But this usually happens when we go to a commercial break. Everybody dips out because they're just watching a dumbass blank screen, right? So.
Yeah.
All right, so Jake Ubetta is probably going to call in just a little bit here. He was scheduled to call in at 6:10, but we were away, so hopefully he joins us in a little bit here. So, Jake, feel free to join us at any time. So you got into off-road, doing the stuff you love when you saw the YXZ, but you've been able to really interact and work with a bunch of cool people along the way. We just had RJ Anderson on. You guys talked about some of your projects. But what are some of the projects outside of RJ's that you've done? Maybe a few of your favorite projects with those people, and tell them who it's with.
I love the studio shoot we just did with Mitchie's new car. That was a beautiful one. It's a beautiful piece of artwork.
So is Mitch Guthrie's Polaris Razor Pro R?
It's a Pro R. Yeah.
Okay.
It was the first. It wasn't. Yeah. We could talk about that, but his has been waiting to be unleashed for a while. So
you're pumped to be able to get that.
Yeah, I was very excited to not be only to see it first, but to also shoot it because it's an immaculate build. Lone Star built that.
Yep.
So props to them. It really came out beautiful. Thank you to Bryant for the studio space. Appreciate that. But I really love I had this red. I don't know if you saw it, but it was a silhouette of the car with a red behind it.
Oh yeah.
So I always had that shot in mind for the teaser. That was one of the favorite shoots. And then when I went and shot the Pro R at Johnson Valley.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
I think that was like 2 years ago now.
I love all the content
For a
you
while.
dumped after the release.
Oh, dude, I was sitting on that for over a year.
Dude, it's so crazy.
It sucked. We had so much gold.
Hey,
hey, buddy.
Yo.
We got our buddy Jake Ubetta joining us. What's up, Jake? How are you?
What up, guys? How you doing?
What up, bro?
Good. How you doing, dude?
Good, man. I'm glad to join you. Glad to ring in the new year with some of my off-road buddies.
Yeah.
Dude, when was the last time you saw Gardner?
Dude, it's been a minute, man.
5 or 6 years, probably.
Whoa!
I might have still been wearing a UTV Underground uniform.
100% you were, dude. Next thing I know, you started doing the drone stuff, and it looks like you're killing it.
Killing it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. I still got lots of love for Joey and,
Oh, yeah.
stuff that we did.
So I was telling these guys a little bit before the show, Jake. I was saying how you basically introduced me to the off-road racing. Like, I got my first car from the UTV Wolfpack, and then you're like, hey, come out, I'll show you how to do this thing. And we did it out at a little track in Tucson, Arizona. It was pretty cool, man, that you were so inviting to be able to help me. And kind of like what Daniel's been talking about other people coming up to him in photography, dude. So the off-road culture really has that friendship, man, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. I think it's one of the best things about the off-road culture, and I wouldn't have been able to go as far as I did with racing if there weren't so many kind people. Like the Carr family, Brian Carr and Leonard Carr, really like brought me in with them and helped me get my car built and all that stuff. So to have the opportunity to do that for somebody like you that I knew from our RC car days, it was just really cool to. I don't know. It's great when your friends get into the same things you're into. I mean, come on.
Dude, 100%. I couldn't agree more. And then so we're kind of going to transition a little bit. If you guys want, Jake actually did a show with us in the past, too. I think it was probably almost a year and a half ago. But you can go and watch his show, get a little bit more of his backstory. But you've actually got the opportunity, and Daniel's got the opportunity to work with you. You guys have collaborated a few times.
Yep.
Yeah, not nearly as much as we'd like to, obviously.
Oh, bro, you know what? Sorry, I just had to cut in.
Yeah, go for it.
I think the first shoot I was on with you was it the McMillan shoot?
Okay, yeah, probably for the
four-wheel parts release.
What project was that?
For the four-wheel parts title release.
And you did something with Andy McMillan's trophy truck?
No, with Luke and Dan.
Luke and
Dan.
Dan,
They got
okay.
their 4WP
Got
deal.
it. Oh, okay.
We shot out there in Plaster City, and he came. And then, dude, I got smoked. It wasn't his fault by any means. I got
What do you mean?
smoked by his racing drone in my shoulder, bro.
No way, you got taken out by a racing
Bro,
drone?
I got lucky to hit my head.
What?
Dude, and it wasn't his fault because it got so dusty he didn't know where he was going. And, dude, I got smoked, bro.
How gnarly was that?
It hurt a lot. It was a big bruise for probably about a week.
That's so great.
But I'll never forget that. Thank you for not hitting my head.
Yeah.
There's not much in there, but...
Good looking out, Jake.
Yeah. Get out by a great big grapefruit-sized rock that I think it was Luke threw, and it hit the drone, lost everything. Like, I was just spinning. And the next I see it, like, back behind me, and I hear Daniel yelp. And I was like, oh, snap!
No way.
Just took a drone to the shoulder?
Dude.
Actually, you know what? I lied. That was not our first time. Our first time I saw you was when we went to Dougie's house with RJ. Remember?
Oh, back in Hemet?
Yeah. Wait, I don't know if it's considered Hemet. Whatever. Temecula. We'll call it Temecula. Shout out. But I think that was the first time I met you there.
Yeah. That was good times, man. Always major sendage happening.
So that's one of the things that I wanted to reiterate too, is because we had a few people actually asking about questions about getting into shooting off-road and stuff. you guys are both doing different things in different ways, but you're basically producing content, right? At the end of the day, you guys are feeding the audience content of whatever you guys are doing. So when anybody says, am I stepping on anybody's toes? No, just go in and do what you think is good. If you're not doing a good job, you'll just fall out naturally. Like, if you're doing a good job, then everybody's going to accept you. Like, that's the way it works, even in racing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it is cool that you guys are doing the same kind of stuff. What are you up to these days, Jake?
Oh man, just staying real busy this year. Live streaming kind of took over my life. We were running live streams for a couple different off-road series. Great American Short Course you guys touched on a little bit earlier, as well as all the Ultra 4 stuff and King of the Hammers and a couple on-road racing series, which are sort of boring. I hate to say it.
Are you droning during all those, Jake?
Yeah, it's live streaming from the racing drones.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
sick.
So he actually did it. I saw him at Pala doing it for the last round of Lucas Oil Pro Motocross.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great gig for us. We got to do, NBC Pro Motocross, and
Watching the drones
sick.
flying next to the riders is unbelievable when you're live. Like, unfreaking believable.
I bet.
It's so crazy.
Are you going to be at Hammers?
yeah, we'll be at Hammers, and hopefully motocross again this year. Still finalizing all that stuff.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
IMG Motorsports just joined us. We're sitting in their facility, too, right now.
I'm about to smoke out their facility.
Hey, so one of the things that I wanted to ask Daniel, but I think it'd be a good time to ask both of you guys, because you kind of just touched on it, Jake, was what's the difference between working with a brand, a team, or a person? Because they're all three different types of entities that take a whole different outlook, I guess you could say, on the type of content that you produce and the way that you work with your clients. So maybe let's let Daniel answer first, and then you can go, Jake.
Brand, team, or person?
Brand, team, or person? Yeah, I guess the brand and the team are kind of...
Yeah, they're kind of similar and same, maybe a little bit with the person in the sense like you want to shoot focusing on their companies.
Got
Whether
it.
it's KMC Wheels, BFG, Rigid, whoever. You always want to keep in mind of showing their product in your shots. Not necessarily if it was lifestyle, not necessarily all the time. It might be
Right.
different for, him, especially flying a drone.
Got it.
But for me, that's what I usually try to focus on is doing it organically without it being so up in your face.
That's a really good
without
way.
putting a logo right in your face. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So just working it in organically in the back. Similar to how this setup's done. You got the toolbox right there that was literally just right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's natural.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Got a pat on my back. What about you, Jake? Because it's a little bit different, right? But I guess maybe the same principles?
Yeah, it's definitely same principles. I do a little bit of less like turnkey content for brands and stuff, so I don't have to worry so much about the lofty ideals that you need to portray for each individual brand. I'm more focused on just flying the toy helicopters. But definitely there's always going to be more freedom when you're working with an individual, and it's, it kind of, there's pluses and minuses to both. You definitely get a lot more budget with the brand, but things like that Area 52 shoot that we got to do with RJ.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was an incredible opportunity because of the fact that it was all self-funded and really self-motivated. RJ and the creatives involved.
Yeah, because you got the freedom to do it. I remember a project that Jake was on. I don't know if you were actually part of it, but it was with McGrath, and I think it was one of Jake's first drone things at Glen Helen on the short course track. That was one of the things that blew my mind because I could tell that there was a lot of creative freedom in that project.
Yeah, that was mostly just me.
Right. That's one of my favorite things about working with people like RJ, and maybe Jacob could touch on it, is he lets you fucking do your work.
Yeah.
He trusts you, and you don't have this fucking person watching down your back saying, oh, can you do it from this?
Yeah, micromanaging you.
Trying to micromanage, and I get to a certain point, sometimes shoots are like that, especially if they're really brand-faced, you're going to definitely want somebody there to touch on
like
it.
a creative director
Yes.
to manage it.
But if it's kind of like what we're doing like that, I love it because he gives us the freedom to shoot. If you'd like to touch on that.
Yeah, I think that's really a good way to understand it too. You, Jake?
Yeah, just honestly to agree, that RJ is the athlete/producer combos that is the most fun to work with because he gives you.
Have you guys, when you guys Sorry, Jake, we couldn't hear you. Since you guys have had some of the creative freedoms, have you guys, either of you had, well, Jake has because he freaking took you out with a drone, but had any close calls, either like on track or anything like that when you're doing it?
With vehicles? Like almost hitting us?
Yeah, or
with,
taking out equipment. Like, what's been some scary shit that's happened?
I'll let Jake go.
Jake, you go first.
Man, scary shit. I guess the last one that was really sketchy was we were in Oklahoma for Mid-America Outdoors. It was like a week-long off-road festival type situation, and they had monster truck ride-alongs. And once I put the goggles down to fly, I'm kind of third person. Like, I don't know what's going on around me. And the monster truck guy, Dennis Anderson, actually started doing donuts around where I was sitting flying the drone.
Oh, dude!
That's sick.
Blood in my mouth came from.
What? Could you imagine that?
That is sketchy.
That's
my spotter, he whispers in my ear, he's like, close your mouth, hold your breath. And like next couple, it's like 45 seconds, I'm just like, guys, is anyone here?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick, though. Dennis Anderson's the OG, man.
Yeah,
That's
not
awesome.
many people could say that Dennis Anderson did burnout.
Did anybody get behind the scenes of you standing there while he's doing donuts around you?
That would have been great.
Man, I have it from the drone, but you kind of just see me here behind the dust.
That's insane.
That's wild.
What about you, Daniel? I know that your camera.
I lost a camera at Parker last year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's one of my remote cameras, and to be honest, that camera's lived a lot of lives. It's survived a lot of close calls. So this is, it was like a $5,000 hit, but I got the shot, which was sick, and it was of Bruce with BDI racing. They raced that custom
Bruce
Geyser car.
Dinquist, yeah.
He just got so crazy off this jump in the back of Parker and swapped and just straight smoked my shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But the camera survived or no?
No, camera did not survive. Camera, the lens, and everything. It was smoked. But thank God that it got the shot and the memory card was fine.
Oh, that's good.
But dude, remember, tell him about the time. Speaking of that, when we were at Area 52 and then somebody drove over your drone. Remember on the bike?
Oh, yeah, dude. I was thinking about your propensity to risk cameras and how you strapped a camera to the front of a Razor.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, in Area 52, Dana did a week over the top of my drone. Like, we were landing on top of the mountain, and he came at us, from half a mile away and got the 1 6-inch by 6-inch square right over the top of it.
Oh,
and it was fine, wasn't it?
Huh?
Wasn't it fine? I forget.
Oh, fine. Totally fine.
So
it was.
That's one of those things that it just happened to work out, and like, I don't know, somebody was watching us camera gods that day or something.
Dude, that's so crazy. Well, and I was more leaning on like when I was asking these questions, like you guys, Jake maybe a little less. I don't know about being in like the middle of a monster truck donut, but like you have to put yourself in some pretty precarious situations. Like there's in the intro that we just showed on for the Dirt Life show here on YouTube and Facebook, so you can go over there and check it out. But you were standing, I think it was in turn 1 in Crandon, and got like maybe, I don't know, it was like looked like 6 feet away from a truck going 100 miles per hour. I think it was Bryce Menzies.
Oh, that was the last corner.
Yeah, whatever it was. The truck was coming right across. Like,
oh yeah, you're super close.
How the hell do you contain your composure at that point? Like most people would be like, I'm out.
Oh, I don't know. I love it. And if people watch, sometimes I get a little too into the racing, and I start like just cheering for RJ, or I just lose it, dude. I'm like, because I'm a fan too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, come on. I'll see, he'll gain a spot. I'm like, hell yeah. I don't know. I just love everything about it.
I think that's what probably makes it so it shows up in his work. Don't you think, Jake?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can tell you one thing. Once you start to see like that K-rail flex in that clip, you guys,
dude,
I'd be running.
I agree 100%. I don't know if I speak for you, Mike, but I would bail out in like a second.
Yeah, I don't really like messing with people.
And then you also got people like same with Jake. You when you start shooting with a lot of people, you get to know their driving styles, their limits.
Yeah,
that's true.
And,
I can see that.
Like I trust tons of different drivers, especially RJ, putting myself in a reckless place because I know he'll do fine. And I know I'll do fine. You always have to have an exit.
Yeah.
No matter what. Have an exit, but it's also the driver you trust.
That's 100% true. And the reason that you trust them is because you know that he'll do everything to avoid having a problem with you, even if it puts him at risk.
Yeah,
For sure.
You know, even like, I mean, it even boils down to skate photography, shit like that. You have to, and then you have to trust the skateboarder. Then has to trust their photographer that he's gonna get this one take shot.
Yeah.
You know that you know you have to have your faith in your media guys, just like the media guys have to have faith in your drivers to pull it off. And I think that's why a lot of it works. Like a lot of our shots with RJ are a lot of one and dones.
Yeah.
You know, we don't run it back quite often, and often some of the times you can't.
Especially when you run it back, like it never turns out as good. So it's always
because
best.
you're always trying to up it. You're always trying to up it, and then next thing you know, the car's on its lid, and you can't shoot for the rest of the day.
Well, I feel like that's why Jake's doing well in his new occupation right now, doing the drone stuff, is because when you're live, you don't get a second chance ever. Just like this show here, we're live and we answer the questions, like it's just free flowing, right? That's the only way we can do it.
Jake, talk about, because I want to know too. Sorry,
go for it.
But it's like, say you're live streaming and your drone gets taken out. How fast is it for you to swap to put another drone in the air and like live it and have it be on live?
It's been something that we've gotten faster definitely as the year's gone on. Like this year has been a trial by fire for that, especially with things like short course. You know, we always joke that short course shoots back.
It smokes.
Yeah. So I think at this point we're under 2 minutes easy. We can have another drone in the air. The hardest part is sort of just like regaining your composure because you feel like you were just in like a crash.
Yeah, I can imagine how that could feel. One of those VR goggles.
We usually operate as a 2 or 3 man team. So while one guy's shaking it off, one guy's plugging in the next drone and making live feeds going and all that stuff, just because that it's never a better shot than right after you get taken out and you don't have a camera up. That's when the craziest stuff on.
Absolutely, dude.
That's so crazy to hear about, like all of these things that can happen, right? Because like most people think like, oh, Daniel just took a picture of that, like cool, bro. Like, but no, there's so much that goes on behind it in Jake's world and Daniel's world.
It's wild. I never once thought about, if a drone gets taken out, having to send another one up.
Yeah.
And then you have to have the team make sure the feed is going. Like, there's a whole behind-the-scenes program that people don't see.
So that's another thing to talk about, like working on with brands than people. Like, you have a lot more liability or pressure on you.
Sure. I would say definitely for live stream for him.
Yeah. Because
that's a lot of pressure.
I agree, man. And dude, like the Dirt Life show isn't even like what Jake's doing, and like when it goes down, I feel so bad. I feel guilty, like because I'm like, dude, I gotta fix it. Look how bad RJ felt when he couldn't connect. Like
electronics, man.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so to ask both of you guys, kind of on the same token, like you guys were talking about that Area 52 stuff. Aside from that one, you guys have been able to travel to a lot of different places, both of you guys, and you guys have got to shoot some really cool stuff. I want Mike and I to follow up with this, but like, what has been your favorite ones that you guys have gone to?
Oh man, that's tough.
I'm not singling out a person, like one that you were just looking so forward to, like, oh my God, I got this project. I'm so pumped on it. Like, this is going to be so rad. And then you get out there and it's just all fun.
Oh man, I hate to keep coming back to Area 52, but that was really one of the big ones because I think you touched on it a little bit earlier in the background, but like 2 airplanes came out and were impromptu stunt planes. Like I don't know, that was pretty magical.
What about you? Like, I mean, you've been all over the country, like chasing stuff. You've been to Mexico doing stuff. Like, what's been one of your favorite moments or projects to be able to work with?
Favorite moment would probably be RJ winning the 50th.
Really? Oh, at Crandon.
That was
at the Crandalina Wine Mixer.
So sick.
Crandalina Wine.
That was so sick, dude. And then the year after was even sicker.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was like? What's the thing that makes it so special? Is it because the vibe,
race,
like
because the race is so historical? You're battling. You have to battle for him. He has to battle from the back of the pack because. Have you ever seen the World Cup race?
No, well I have, but yeah, please explain it though.
So they'll have the Pro 2s in front of the Pro 4s. Pro 2s are let out first. Pro 4s are held for X amount of time, and then seeing RJ run them all down it's pretty sick. You know,
That's got to be a wicked feeling.
Jake's been there. It's sick to just watch him work from the back. And anything can happen. I see a monster truck over a guy's car. Luckily, he never got a flat. Just crazy things happen at Crandon.
Yeah,
and that's
just
probably
because
one of my favorite races of pretty much all time.
that would be crazy to see. And I was gonna say, like, Mike and I can follow it up by being like super fans of racing. Like, when I think of that, like, that gives me the chills, dude.
It's wild. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, you went to it?
I watched it on live or the live stream, whatever. But I've seen the challenge. What is that? Is
It was Challenge Cup.
Yeah.
It was Lucas. Like Lucas had a similar race called Challenge Cup at the end.
Oh
of the
yeah,
year.
I've seen it at Wild Horse Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much same concept, but just huge field. Out
Yeah, when they're starting in the back like that, I mean, the Pro 4s typically hunt everybody down, but RJ was a madman on a mission.
Dude, that's so cool to see that.
There's nothing better than watching somebody pick their way through a pack.
For sure.
Yeah, and just the anticipation of them if they can catch the other guys.
Yeah, and it's seeing somebody just make their marks every freaking turn. Like, it's like watching art. It's a form of art.
Dude, this is actually a super good question that both of you guys can answer. Because, like, when I was trying to set up this podcast, I had zero idea how to use cameras and stuff. So, like, I always got into YouTube and got into the black hole where, like, people are like, oh, this is my daily carry for what I, like, go out on a project with. I want to hear what Jake's is and what yours is. So you go first, Daniel.
Like our what?
Like, if you're going to go to Crandon and shoot that awesome Pro 4 Challenge Cup or whatever, the Pro 2, Pro 4 Challenge Cup, what's in your bag when you're traveling?
Like everything?
No, I mean, like, give us a little bit of an understanding of what you're taking, like, to do a project like that, because it's got to be a lot of equipment, right?
Yeah, I'm bringing multiple cameras, multiple lenses.
Anything
long lens, short lens, wide
anything
lens.
that are like anything if you're speaking technically, like if I was going to tell somebody it was side by side, I'd say a 33-inch tire with the 15-inch wheel to go to King. You know what I mean? Like, do you have technical stuff that you want to give
like
away?
a
Or not?
7200 is a good lens all around to capture everything from decently up close to kind of far away.
So you can have that in your arsenal, and you can get some pretty good bangers.
Oh yeah, that lens is pretty much every
your go-to.
Photographer's go-to.
Nice. What other stuff do you bring like that makes your job easier? Tripods, like.
Well, what I do specially is my remote camera work. So like, you see how I could remote trigger that shit.
How far can you remote trigger it from?
It depends on. I could relay them. So usually they're only good for about 300
So you
feet.
have a button that you can press the camera.
Yes, and it wirelessly triggers the camera. It could only go so far, and especially you also have. He might, have issues in the stadium too with frequencies, with his stuff, but with mine stuff too, that can issue with the triggering. But, so there's so many different things, but I'm pretty much the only one that does it in off-road. And I'd say that's kind of my style. I love the remote camera stuff, put it in sketchy places, and just, you can't count on it forever though. That's the thing. If you put it up there and it gets something sick, if it doesn't,
that's a lot of work to go through all that.
Sure.
That's sick though.
But as a man guy, it's kind of giving me the option to have two positions.
Yeah, exactly. Jay, can you please repeat what you said because we didn't hear you?
Oh, I got so much respect for Daniel watching him work with that remote camera stuff and just how much work it is to go set up. You're doing two complete shots at the same time, and you're timing that one with your remote in your hand while you're running around and not your other camera. Honestly, it's definitely it was something I just wanted to mention that I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That's super cool. And then you guys have to take a whole bunch of equipment when you guys go, right? Because you got to have all the planes and everything.
Yeah, we kind of end up doing a little bit of pack mule stuff. When it's for not a live stream, for just filming, we got one fast drone, the sort of racing style drone, and then one slow drone to get the more cinematic stuff. And, really brings 40 degrees.
I remember bunking with him at Area 52, and bro, I mean, I feel bad for video guys a lot because of how much the equipment they have to bring and all that stuff. But his drone battery chargers are wild, bro. They whine. They're at night they'll be like, wah!
Oh, like screaming?
It sounds like they're about to blow up, bro. So I'm sleeping next in the same room, and I'm like, dude, is that battery about to blow? Dude,
It all
so
scared?
different, yeah.
That's crazy, man. And all the equipment that you guys have to have, I can only imagine. I mean, I drive around a freaking Sprinter van because I have to carry all of the stuff for the dirt life, so I can only imagine what you guys have to do.
Jake, how many drones do you think you have ready at the start of your Supercross race?
It's an off-road shoot. We tend to have about 5.
Yeah, just 5 ready on stack.
Damn.
Yeah, especially for a multi-day shoot, because if you get in a situation where something goes down and you need a feed up, you don't nobody wants to hear your excuses.
Yeah, like if you accidentally smoke Daniel in the shoulder and you got to repair it.
That's so great.
Some shoulder gets,
Did your shoulder take on any damage, or did the drone get jacked up?
No, my shoulder was just bruised.
That's insane, dude. Could you imagine, like, if that hit one of us, it'd probably knock me down for sure.
I'd be crying. How fast was it going, Jake?
I'm going to have to dig out the clip from that day.
That's hilarious, man. So you guys have done a few projects together and stuff. I mean, it's really cool to see that the content level is escalated when you guys are around. But kind of like we were talking about before, I want to at least relay to the audience that you don't have to have a professional team to be able to do content and to provide content to your team or to your program or to whatever you're trying to do to escalate and elevate your game. Most of the stuff that the Dirt Life does, aside from the show, we do with a cell phone, or we do with a small GoPro rig or something like that, right? And if you guys had, let's let Jake go first on this one. If you had advice to somebody that's getting into maybe FPV stuff or drone stuff or even just content, like what advice are you giving them to make sure that they're successful in increasing their program?
Man, one of the things I feel like I see a lot of people getting caught up with doing the research phase of it. And I think that's probably for all media. I mean, even getting into cameras, it's really easy to research yourself to death. But I feel like, especially with FPV and flying drones, get out there and do it, and get out there and start practicing and building the muscle memory. And by the same token, that's also how you build the relationships that will turn into paying gigs in the future. Because a lot of times you can't get somebody to pay you for something if you've never done it.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. That actually goes a long way. Cause a racer, right? I want to race, but I need sponsors to race. No, you don't. You have to figure it out on your own first.
And you got to go perform and get people interested in sponsoring you.
How did you do it when you went through it, Mike? So, like, you had your own, we'll call it professional, just like I did, but I mean, semi-professional racing careers together. And how did you give content to the audience so that you were able to get sponsors?
Well, my main thing was kind of focusing on companies that had a good following and kind of going after them. So I met Joey, and obviously back in 14 when I started, 13-14, Joey was King Dingaling.
From UTV Underground.
Yeah, from UTV Underground. So I knew that if I get in with Joey, then that will kind of pave the way. And we pitched an idea to Joey to have me be, the UTV Underground factory driver.
Yeah.
So 2014, he had my car wrapped, and he did a bunch of media for me, and it kind of snowballed from there.
Oh, perfect.
And then the next big one was Rigid Industries. They had a major following, and they were just dipping into the side-by-side stuff. So I was like, boom.
Yeah.
Shot right to him. Like, I'm the UTV Underground factory driver. Look at their social media. Look at their content. And people jump right on board with it.
So one relationship kind of snowballs and gets a little better relationships and stuff. So that means that you got to make sure that you're aligning with the right people. So
yes.
Not just getting sponsors that give you money for tires or free tires or whatever it is, but picking the right people that are actually going to help out. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, that people that work with the Dirt Life do.
Sure, exactly. I mean, relationships are everything. Products, obviously, you want good products and you want good content, but you get aligned with the right people, and everything else will kind of fall into place.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And then so, when you got to answer the same question that I just gave Jake, what do you think, Daniel? Like, if you're gonna, offer that same advice to somebody that's gonna want to be an off-road photographer, kind of like that guy was asking earlier.
Yeah, you just got to start from the bottom
and work your way up.
Yeah, just get in anywhere you can. There's definitely different ways to go around it in terms of what you want to offer for services or everything, but just get your hands dirty and get out there. That's the best, just like anything else.
Exactly.
It's just getting out there, being seen is a lot of it.
Yeah.
Showing face, but also just being there supporting not only what you're doing, but also the community and stuff, because the community will support you.
Yeah, if you support the community.
And you kind of I would imagine would want to be creative, right? Like in your own sense. Like if you're coming up, you don't really want to, I don't know if it's this way in photography, but like, I'm sure photographers have their own style. Like it's an art form, right? So you don't want to jack someone's style.
Yeah.
So
And it's all subjective too for what somebody might love my shit, but somebody might also think it's too much.
Sure, that's a good point.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% true. So yeah, the creative part of it is all subjective. Yeah, and I would never, ever, ever put myself in a position where I'm standing in front of Bryce Menzies going 80+ miles an hour into a turn, dude.
No.
So if you are willing to do that, I would strongly suggest taking a safety course at the same time as the photography stuff.
Dude.
Good, but that's it. That's insanely cool. I think you could agree with that, Jake.
Yeah, it doesn't get any cooler than a Pro 4. I mean, come on.
It doesn't. That's like my ideal. I'd love to just own a Pro 4 and just
be able to drive one.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be pretty cool. Did you know a guy that has a Pro 4? Maybe you could ask him.
Oh, that guy? Shit, I don't know if he'll let me even drive the Pro Light.
Or let you sit in it. They'd be like, nah, Daniel, get out.
He lets me drive his Razors. No race trucks, though.
There you go.
So I am able to. I do get to drive his badass Razors.
So for our audience, we'll just pretend like the Razor is as good as a Pro 4, okay? And then so we don't have to get them super hyped up on it. Yeah. So Happy New Year, man. We really appreciate you joining us, Jake. It was really fun to chat and talk about some of this cool projects that you got to work on, especially with the ones with Daniel.
Yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate you having me, and it was nice chatting with you. Happy New Year.
All right, I'll see you at Hammers, bro.
Yeah, we'll definitely see you at Hammers. Aside from Hammers, what else do you have planned for the coming year?
Hopefully motocross and, knock on wood, the other cross that sounds a little bit like that.
That'd be
a lot of on roads. Yeah, we'll be doing Great American Short Course, King of the Hammers all year. I mean, Ultra 4 all year, and hopefully doing a lot more like one-off projects. I want to have more fun and do some more of like the crazy like viral video stuff.
Yeah, we need to team up again.
Yeah, that would be super cool. If you guys do something like that, just call me up. I'll just sit on the sidelines, man. I'll just watch because I've been so into it, dude.
Come out and get lifestyle content,
Dude, I don't even need to do that. I could just sit there and be completely happy with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, man. And if you do end up going to Supercross, we will see you there on the 8th, dude. It'll be awesome to see A1 kick off.
Heck yeah, buddy. Have a good rest of your evening.
Yeah, you guys too. Thanks, Jake.
See you, brother.
It's so cool, like to hear those stories and the content. Like, don't you, Mike? Don't you wish that you could have just been standing there to see all the stuff that they're talking about?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, and they do such a good job putting the video, making it feel like you're there anyways.
Yeah.
But, like, to be there for that shoot specifically with Menzies ripping that corner, like, I don't want to be there at all, but I kind of want to see what it's like, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I guarantee I'd be like, oh my God, like, here he comes. What?
Dude, holding the camera still.
Yeah.
I'd be freaking out.
It's pretty cool to see. What do you think is going to be in store for you then for next year?
Pretty much desert. I'll best in the desert. I'll score. Crandons, both fall and spring.
Dude, that's going to be a lot of travel.
Some Champ Off-Road. Definitely in King of Hammers. I'll be there all week. But I definitely
all week, baby.
I definitely want to do more personal projects actually this year. Try to do something different. To be honest, I don't even have an idea yet, but just something different. And
that's when the best stuff comes. It just pops into your head,
Yeah. So definitely want to do some more personal projects this year. Do something different.
Well, we already had a request from somebody over here. They're talking about river projects. So.
Oh yeah, river projects. We gotta wait till it gets warm enough.
The Anderson compound. Sheesh. I've been a handful of times, and the potential of content to come out of that place is endless.
That's what the slide is.
Yeah, we'll probably start an OnlyFans to show a lot of it.
You might have to. We might really get the content out there.
Yeah, because we got a lot of good content. A lot of it cannot be shown.
But that not on Instagram.
That's safe for work.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us, dude. Do you have any questions for Daniel before we get into the rapid fire Q&A, Mike?
I don't know. I mean, my biggest question was how we got into it, and you covered that. I mean, it's really interesting to me. You were down at Barona Oaks, you said, at the drag strip?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, watching a side-by-side do a 6-second pass is kind of unbelievable.
How does it snowball from there, though? Like, then you just, like, make your way to a Lucas race all of a sudden? Like, are you just showing up?
Everything just started working towards a thing and started getting, I was a Photoshop specialist for 3 years for a huge e-commerce website.
Oh, okay.
So I did that
computer desk jockey, whatever you call it.
And then that's why I started working at the dealership, and then that's when I got plugged in with the Merrills.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and then you just got to show up and just start doing your due diligence. That's got to be kind of crazy though, like, because to me that reminds me of like the first day on your job. Like if you're a computer guy, an electrician, whatever, or the first day you go to the races, you have no idea what to expect. Like, so I can only imagine what you felt like. And Mike can probably relate to this too. Like, you just walk into, I don't know, Glen Helen, and you're just who are all these people?
Where do I go from here?
That's insane, dude. That's got to be a cool feeling, though, when you start making contacts.
Yeah, it is. Things start working out. As long as you keep, you're honest, you do good business, and everything will work out.
Jason wants to know, Dusty Summit wants to know how you guys can work together.
Me and him?
Yeah.
King of Hammers is coming up. Work out some.
Cucumber water doesn't hurt either.
Long week.
How do I know Dusty Summit?
Jason?
Yeah.
He's done tons and tons of cool photography. He's worked for
the magazine. Is that what has he put out like?
Oh,
photo
he's thinking
magazines?
Dusty Times, I think.
Oh, no.
I am thinking Dusty.
No, but Jason has done some pretty amazing photography, and he's worked for some cool brands like KMC.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I've seen Dusty Summit around.
Yeah, so he's done a bunch of good stuff.
Okay.
In fact, I got to eat lunch with him at Tacos. What is it, Two Portillos over there in Corona the other day. So
how was it?
Amazing. Yeah, well, it's better to have good company with you too. So it was cool.
That helped.
All right, so we're gonna do the rapid fire Q&A. Why don't you ask the first question to Daniel, and we'll go down the list real quick. So first of all, thank you, Daniel, for taking the time with us today, bud.
Anytime.
All right, Supercross or motocross?
Supercross.
All right.
Oh, you're going with that one?
Oh, am I supposed to start up top?
You can. It
I
doesn't
just
matter.
kind of was shooting from the hip.
You're going motocross?
Supercross.
Oh, Supercross. Are you going to be at Supercross this year?
No.
Oh, man. Are you going to be at Parker?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you there on Friday. But then we're dipping out and going to
So are you guys like two-timing me, right? Like he's asking me and then you asking me? Like how are we doing
We're
this?
double teaming.
Yeah,
Oh
double
my
team.
God.
Yeah, that's how it's going. All right. Hard shell or soft tacos?
Soft.
Going soft tacos?
Yeah.
Chicken or asada?
Chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. A burner. Dunes or the river? Since we've been talking about it. Oh, how about this?
River.
Favorite place to spend your time with no content, and then favorite place to actually get the content, dunes or the river?
That's a great question.
You got to be on the job, or you got to be like on the sauce, like either one.
Pleasure.
Actually, both are like that. It all depends on
you get to combine it.
Yeah, that's the best part. But yeah, shoot. To be honest, probably the river because you could go. Although they're not dunes, you can still go ride tons of trails out there.
Yeah,
And then,
They do have a lot of trails out at RJ's spot.
and then you could go chill at the river if you wanted to.
So the whole day is filled with activities.
Yeah, if you want it to be.
More room for activities. All right, Mike, what you got next?
Action shots or still shots?
Action.
You're going action shots?
Yeah.
Dude, you live dangerously,
That's
man.
gotta
I like my
so-
still. I like my still studio. Beauty shots and everything, but action just because.
Probably brings your
It's all one-off.
creativity out, right?
Yeah.
This guy's got me stressed out just thinking about it, dude. Putting himself in the danger zone. Oh, three-wheeler or quad?
Oh, quad.
You're going quad?
Yeah,
Big quad guy?
I don't want
quad
to.
guy,
I don't
dude.
want to flip that.
What if it's just
I will
a
fuck myself.
What if it's just a 70, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Uh-oh. Let's see
we
if
had a lot of 70s at Camp Rage.
let's see if RJ figured it out.
He's probably at home now.
You think he is? Maybe he got it going. Let's see if he got it going. All right, let's see what the next question is here. Did you go or it's your turn?
Yeah, pizza rolls or jalapeno poppers? That's a tough one because they're both good.
Ooh, yeah, they are.
And they both fuck up your mouth.
Yeah.
And your butt, depending on the day.
Pizza rolls.
Yeah, pizza rolls are solid.
I remember when we were coming back from Mexico, we're like, dude, we got to get In and Out. Like, we're just so jacked up on In and Out. All right, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Favorite movie?
I got a new favorite movie.
What's your new favorite movie?
Have you guys seen Don't Look Up?
No, I just heard about
I saw it on the. Was it on Amazon?
No, it's Netflix.
Really? I saw it, but I haven't clicked it.
It's with that, Leonardo DiCaprio, dude.
And Jonah is Jonah in it too?
Dude, it's like Idiocracy, but not as stupid.
Okay.
But it's like it's the same dumb, but it's not as stupid of a movie. Like it's fucking awesome.
So do I have
dude.
to just do like a one movie, or can I do like? Man, shit, there's so many.
You can do three.
It's a
top
tough-
three.
it's
Top
a tough
three.
question.
Ocean's 11.
Great movie.
Ooh.
Great.
To be honest, I like The Town.
What's
Dude,
that?
Sounds sick with Ben Affleck.
Wait, what's that?
Great.
Oh, that's the
I
one
ran-
who's in Boston or
I
whatever,
ran
right?
into that guy. Funny story.
What guy?
One of the guys in the town. He's like in Avengers. He had you never seen the movie The Town?
Yeah, no, I have. I don't remember
the
it
guy
that
that
good.
had like the tattoo on the back. It was
Jeremy
like
Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, he's a
I ran
savage.
into him at a strip club at Arena.
No
Really?
way.
Yeah, when we were up there racing short course. RJ wasn't there.
Was he sick?
But,
Were you fanboying?
I had to go up and say, dude, you're a badass in the town.
Yeah.
I had to I walked up and I was like, hey, I think I know you. Were you in the town? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, that's a badass movie. And I just left.
He was a beast in the town.
Dude,
like,
that's
no
sick.
bullshit. Have you seen Wind River?
No, is he good in that?
Dude, I need to get your guys' movie list.
Oh, I got a long one. Craig Scanlon's got a long one too.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I need to get down with some of
Remember
these.
when we were doing? Oh, you weren't. Oh no, we did. When we were chasing a race, we literally talked for like 2 hours
Really?
about like movies and shit.
Dude, I love movies.
Dude, I need to get down on that. We talked about it a little bit, but not like the same amount. Dude, I did. I want to get your guys' movie. Okay, so what's your third one? The Town.
Ocean's 11, probably gone in 60 seconds.
Also a good movie.
Yeah, you're picking good ones. Most people pick Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Step
I
Brothers
mean,
is
like,
decent.
and then I also like, I guess for comedy, I'm a real big fan of what's his name? I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. Dodgeball.
Oh, that's a good one. Ben
classic.
Stiller.
Ben
Yeah.
Stiller, I love
Yeah.
Ben Stiller.
And Vince Vaughn. Yeah. Dude, those are good. Like, dude, A Beautiful Mind is still top of the level for me. Like, and I love Requiem for a Dream. Like, that's a
haven't watched
good
that.
movie.
I've never seen a
It
beautiful.
sounds like
Dude.
way too intense.
So- It kind
you
of
have
is.
to
It's
watch it. Like,
it's-
you have to watch it.
It's Salton Sea times 100.
I've
like-
never seen Salt and Sea.
Dude, both of those. Okay, I'll give you my
Alright.
movie list too.
Are they scary movies? Because I don't like scary movies.
I don't either.
No, both of them are like
like
druggy
scary
movies.
movies.
Like they're like super trippy. Like
Like Fear and Loathing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like that same kind of thing. Favorite movie. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Actually, you should answer this one too, Mike. Because I don't think you got to answer this one on your show.
I don't know.
One superpower, what would it be? What would yours be, Mike?
Can you go first? You got yours on the top?
Well, I would say flying, but I'm kind of afraid of flying. But maybe if I'm in control of it,
It'd be a different
it'd
story.
be a different story.
What are you afraid of being a passenger in a car?
I'm terrified of being.
Okay,
a
then
passenger.
it probably if it's the control thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe read people's minds.
Oh yeah, Wedding Crashers. That's a good one
that's
too.
That's a
great-
classic.
Yeah, it's a
Reading
classic.
people's mind, dude. A couple people have answered this. That would drive me nuts.
But it has to be
Yeah.
selective. Like it can't just be all the time.
Yeah.
like you could turn it off.
Yeah, like
Oh, okay.
like I could like focus on like Joe Schmo over there rather
It
than
like
listening
laser in, right?
Yeah,
Like,
rather than listening to like tons
the
of people
whole
chatting.
thing.
You could probably make way more money because you know what the dude's thinking, and if he's like, "Nah, and you just bail out."
Dude, talk about branding your photography.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what shot does he really want?
Yep, exactly. That'd be crazy. All right, what's the next one, Mike?
Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Yeah, I figured
I'm on
you were
YouTube all day.
Dude,
Are
down
you?
the rabbit hole. Huh?
Yeah, it's just because I got like that Roku TV, so it's nice because you could just watch it on TV.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of cool subscriptions that I watch, so I really like it.
Let's see here. Well, this one's I guess it's a good question. Most memorable race. Maybe it's like
I
your
already answered it.
The Crandon one.
the Crandon one.
Crandon, that one, or when RJ won
What if you had
the
to pick?
Pro 4 championship.
That was sick.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Just because I was able, like, I got into with RJ, as he was pretty much really established in it. So it was really cool to at least see his progression from, the first time that I shot with him was the first time he ever got in the Pro 4. So it was really cool for me to see him from the first day in the Pro 4 battling all the way to become a Pro 4 champion.
That's like a good father moment right there, man.
No, it was really cool to see that because
Yeah.
You're watching him grow.
you literally come from the bottom of the ranks. He worked his whole way up, and that's the top of the top.
Yeah,
So it was really cool to be a part of that and document it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
sick.
that is pretty cool, man. All right, what's the next one you got, Mike?
Favorite snack? That's a tough one for me.
Baja Jerky sent me a box.
Oh, there you go.
I never had Baja
Good
jerky.
plug.
It's
It's pretty
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
tough.
Yeah. Instead of Supercross or motocross, since you already answered that, are you taking desert or short course?
Short course all day.
Short course.
I
all
love.
day?
I love. All right, don't get me wrong. I love desert. It's its own animal. However, I love all the action of short course. You have to be on your toes like crazy.
It's a
Dude, I
dogfight.
mean, like
it's
it's
a
MMA
dogfight.
with
It's
four wheels.
It's literally the best fucking racing I think there is, dude.
Yeah, I
It's-
agree.
nuts.
Compared to even like
I
like,
kind
I
of feel like
watched
the
IMSA
Nitro Rallycross is starting to give it a run for the money.
it is.
Good, yeah.
They need,
I don't really like those cars.
yeah,
Yeah,
not
I don't
fucking
either.
like those cars. course.
They're not as good as a short course race, like a Pro 4 race,
yeah.
but still.
Like, and I love desert for what it like. I love it, and it's to be good at. You really are, but like for me, short course all the way, bro. Desert's sick, but short course, it's awesome seeing somebody battle from the pack and watching it all. And I don't mean like, you get these stories a lot from some people. Like, I was doing good until I wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, who was watching?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I always look at it like the track ruins you in desert. The other drivers ruin you in short course, meaning like
drama,
but even just the beating you take.
Yeah.
Like when you're racing Lucas, you are taking a beating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
in,
the entire
in 20 minutes, you're getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree 100%. And I'm going to advocate for both because I just like racing. But clearly my program was all about short course racing. So
I never understood why desert became the premier side-by-side.
Money.
And what's crazy, though, is because then, there's not a lot of coverage, though, from it. You know what I mean? It's very
desert?
spotty.
Right, it's just money.
Dude, especially today, there's no coverage. It takes hours to find out who won a damn race these days.
Yeah, I could find it easier searching a hashtag
No,
on Instagram, bro.
100%.
Watching some guy down in Baja with a
Dude,
cell phone.
it's really kind of annoying, but
Looks like Jeff Proctor is joined. What's up, Jeff? How are you? I'm going to ask this question so I can skirt it a little bit. What other form of racing would you like to be able to develop content for?
Formula One.
F1?
F1.
All the way?
That'd be the only other thing I'd
What
do. But then
What
again,
about
to
like
be honest,
monster trucks, or what about like speedboat racing? What about those
You know what's funny? I messed with RJ. I told him when my Shiba Inu hits,
let's go, dude.
We're going offshore boat racing, and he's gonna be my fucking camera guy, and I'm gonna be the
nice
driver.
switch roles
Yeah,
to the moon, dude.
To the
Let's
moon.
go.
But offshore
Don't you
boat
need a
racing's
throttle guy
badass.
too? Mike can be the throttle guy.
Fuck no. I'm not letting someone else steer me around.
So
I
mean,
wouldn't let
offshore
anyone
boat racing's
throttle me.
sick. It'd be sick, but to be honest, Formula One. But then again, I love short course more because it's a lot in Formula One and a lot in IndyCar, a lot in road racing that I've shot with IMSA. It's a lot of the same shit, same corner. There's almost zero action. A lot of the times they could get penalties for hitting each other rather than I love rubbing.
knocked around,
Rubbing
drag
and
out,
racing and I love that.
Road is very controlled.
Yeah.
Like where deserts are not desert, but off-road is out of control.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't know. I love that.
Not motocross then?
To be honest, I never really watched a lot of motocross growing up.
Okay.
I'd watch it here and there. I'd go to Qualcomm a lot,
that's
but that was about it. I never had a bike growing up. I always had BMX.
That person's saying jet ski racing. I feel like you're a
ski
dirt guy
racing?
though.
jet ski racing's gnarly.
I feel like you're a dirt guy though.
Yeah, I'm a dirt guy. Jet ski, I don't know.
Dude, man, that's crazy. That
But yeah, I would probably do Formula One just because that's the pinnacle.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
You made it there, you've made it.
yeah, but
Like,
my love will always be off-road and desert because it's always changing. I love it better. No
Dude, I
matter
feel
what.
like
it's
if
more
he-
action, I think.
I feel like
Rather
if
than
he had,
watching Lewis Hamilton go down the straightaway the same time for how many freaking laps.
dude, I feel like
boring.
if Daniel had Jeff Bezos money, he would start his own short course deal.
Yeah,
dude,
I'd
I'd
be
be right
the
there
sickest
with you.
one too.
Yeah.
There you go, dude. The confidence, I love it.
Dude,
All right, what's the
voting
next question?
Oh,
Second to last one here.
Formula Drift. He
this
asked Formula Drift. I've shot Formula Drift.
was it sick?
To be honest, I never liked drifting,
yeah.
but I grew a big amount of respect for the drifters.
A lot of
Being that
control.
close with how precision they are with staying close, that blew my mind. I don't really like it because it's very subjective. There's not like a
The
clear
judging,
cut, It's not a clear cut winner, and it's happens for 15 seconds and it's like over.
Sure.
But yeah, I definitely respect it.
All right.
Formula Dirt. Nice.
What about who's your celebrity crush?
Patent pending Formula Dirt. What?
Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh shit.
Got to be a chick too.
What about Melanie?
Dude, Melanie, she's gonna make a
So,
comeback, dude. Be careful.
can
what
you
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 tell-
know
look
about
for.
Melanie. Melanie is his alter ego.
Oh my god!
And if you follow him on Instagram, she
you gotta
is,
dig deep in the archives to
oh,
find it.
She's a blast. Can she come on the show a little bit later? I mean, we don't have a little bit of
We're
time.
supposed to have like a Melanie after show? Is that what you're trying to do?
We could probably make that happen. Good God.
Oh,
I don't
dude.
know if I have one. Well, I mean, there's so many beautiful women.
It's a
Melanie
tough-
After Dark.
Melanie After Dark.
She's naughty, dude. You gotta be careful.
Oh, dude.
Blonde. What do you got? You have a celebrity or no?
If you don't have a celebrity crush, at least give us like a blonde or brunette or something.
Fair enough.
To be honest, I like this one chick. Her name's Rachel Bush. She's smoking.
Rachel Bush?
A celebrity crush?
Yeah, but she's not
What
really
is
a celebrity.
Oh, she's not?
No.
His neighbor.
Yeah.
Who is it? I mean, this is going to be pretty much almost.
I
every
guess you could say
Mexican-
Instagram
Pretty
famous.
much almost any Mexican's going to say this. It's going to be Selma Hayek.
Dude, Selma Hayek is
still
top
smoking.
3 on my list.
Right, and
Really?
still smoking at her
Dude.
age. It's crazy.
Grown-ups, she's hotter than shit, dude.
Well, there you go, guys. So if you guys want to impress these guys,
Yeah, if
just
you guys
be
know
Selma
her,
Hayek
let her-
for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. I like her.
All right, final question of the night, dude. Like I said, thank you very much for coming, Daniel. Chips and guacamole or French fries and ranch?
Chips and guac.
All day?
All day.
What about ground beef or shredded beef?
Big ground beef guy.
Big ground beef guy. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Stuck around.
Yeah. Looks like there's some people on YouTube and Facebook as well. So
If you
thank
guys
you
got
guys.
any questions or whatever, photography-wise, just
Slide into the
I
DM.
have no
Yeah,
problem
man.
answering questions.
Yeah, that is good, man. I really think that's so awesome about the culture. I really appreciate everybody watching the show, people like Daniel and Mike being able to hang out and just talk to you guys about everything that that off-road has to offer. It's really, really cool to see, first of all, like I say, every show, the camaraderie, but everybody has their own little niches. Everybody has their own little things that they do to give back. Like, and I wanted to say thank you to you too, Mike. Like, you've been a big supporter of the show. I really appreciate it. And actually, tell us what you got going on for 2022 before we sign off.
Well, real quick, Illumicraze, we got a deal with Supercross. So
What is Illumicraze?
Illumicraze is our company that changes the color of your cell phone light.
The flashlight on the back?
So we have pretty much every color in the rainbow, and we signed a deal with Supercross. We're doing all the seats in Anaheim and A1 and all the seats at San Diego.
Dude, congratulations,
Thank
man.
you,
That's
thank you.
awesome.
Yeah.
So will we be able to see it at Anaheim 1, or where's it going to be
You're
at?
going to be a part of it at Anaheim 1
Hey,
if
so
you're
can
there.
we do it to like where like if you light them up, it says like, well, let's just say like RJ for instance.
Yeah, you can do
And
that.
you can do it to where it could be like RJ or
It would
Daniel.
take...
or the DS logo?
Yeah, just the DS
We're
logo.
actually producing or in development of an app that will control people, basically sign in their seats.
Yeah.
And then, then you can really control. You can do all kinds of different stuff with the crowd, like spelling out RJ.
Yeah.
It'll turn everyone's phone off except for spelling out RJ. Like,
That'd be sick. You can market that to a lot of
RJ could, he's going to cost him a little money, but we could do it for him for sure.
Yeah, we got to monetize here. All right, so that actually sounds super cool. If anybody wants to check it out, how do they check it out?
Instagram, we're on at Illumicraze. We have some YouTube videos up pretty much explaining what we do, and then www.illumicraze.com.
How do you spell it?
ILLUMICRAZE, yeah.
It's okay. Sometimes I forget how to spell my last name.
Yeah, your last name is a little harder than Illumicraze, though. Yeah, so that's cool, man. I can't wait to be a part of that at Supercross.
It'll be a fun experience, and I hope the crowd has as much fun as we do, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too, man. It'll be pretty cool. And then you said, Daniel, you're just going to be working on all the same stuff, producing a bunch of content?
We're doing a lot of desert racing, short course racing,
Yep.
and then everything in between. You always have new models coming out.
Yep.
So
Sure.
who knows?
If anybody
That's a
wants
cool
to contact you, what's the best way?
Hit me up on Instagram or go to my website.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
OnlyFans coming
Like
soon.
and subscribe.
Yeah. You search hashtag onlybangers.
I wouldn't want to search that hashtag.
Yeah, that's
that
actually
might be
a
a
good
tough one.
Okay, so yeah, we want to thank you guys. Like I said before at the beginning of the show, you guys have developed this show to be such a great little platform for us to talk about off-road. Just have a good time like we did tonight with the guys. And thank you very much to RJ Anderson. Thank you to Jake Ubetta and all of you guys for chiming in and hanging out with us. We really appreciate everything that you guys do for the Dirt Life Show. Clearly, thank you to all of our sponsors, KMC Wheels, EFX Tires, Motul, Shock Therapy, Evolution Power Sports, Zollinger Racing Products, Cryo Heat, and Solder Weld. We really appreciate everything. Next week, we're going to have our Parker 250 recap on Monday, and then we're going.
Can I make some bets right now?
You want it?
Hell yeah.
Throwing it out there? What class are you betting on?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to bet?
You want to? You
Or do you want to?
You throwing out bets?
I would
Daniel
bet.
dollars?
I would
Oh.
bet, but my side-by-side guys in Saudi Arabia right now.
Oh, Seth
Yeah,
Quintero?
but I'm
Guthrie.
even.
Oh, Guthrie?
Yeah.
Who's racing? Who's racing?
All right,
Guthries
so
again?
I'm just gonna throw it out there because I have a personal connection to the RS1 that Max Eddy is going to be racing.
Yeah, I saw
True.
So I'm just gonna pick Max. Like I want
I'll
Max
say
to
that
do
for,
great.
for his class.
Okay, for his class, yeah.
Yeah.
I think JD is gonna win in Dallas Gonzalez's car.
Okay. Well,
He's racing Dallas and Gonzalez's car?
Yeah, and then Caden might win.
yeah, you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Caden, and then JD.
It would
and
be
their
pretty cool to
classes.
see him win.
He's a beast.
He is.
JD
Well,
is a sap.
Caden's pretty fast though too, man.
Yes, he is.
How about this? Caden Wells and Caden Danbury. I think they're both going to do good.
Caden Danbury is my man. He's
Yeah,
an Illuma
that's your
Craze
guy.
sponsored driver, so
Yeah.
I'm biased to that kid.
Fast.
That's your guy.
He's my
There's
guy.
a lot of
dude.
fast people though.
There
man.
is, and there's a lot of new
everybody's
people that are
race.
going to hit the track in Parker too. Like a lot of young kids, a lot of new drivers. So it's going to be cool to see. And Best in the Desert kind of shook it up a little bit last year with, I don't know, with Piplick and Dustin Jones having such a crazy battle. So
we're running backwards this time too.
yeah, running backwards on the track, and then the rally class is stacked. There's way more people, so
Dude, I love it.
it's going to be racing.
I guess Big Mitch.
Mitch
Maybe-
is racing this
maybe
weekend.
Big Mitch.
Yeah.
I don't know who's racing.
I don't think
Guthries,
Junior could have got home yet. So
And
I think they'll keep him.
dude, never count out Mitch Senior.
Hell no, bro.
Ever.
He's so cool.
He's
I love
a
that brother.
beast.
yeah, he's a total
he can
beast.
wheel a car.
What about Caden Mack and the?
Yeah, I was talking to
Seps-
Caden Mack.
Dude,
when
yeah.
I was saying.
Oh, you were talking about Caden Mack. Okay.
Dude, Sep's got a sick car, and Caden's Caden. Like,
Yeah.
that could be a good pair right there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of Cadens in the off-road.
There's
Why are there
almost too
so many Cadens?
A lot of
I don't
Cadens.
know.
I've never heard of this many Cadens before.
Yeah, that's like Ricky or Jeff in motocross, dude.
There's one of those.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna have our Parker 250 recap on Monday. It's gonna be pretty cool, man.
All right.
We're
So
gonna
if
be able-
anybody wants to bet me, slide in my DMs.
how much you betting?
I don't
like,
know,
are these
whatever.
$10 intervals, $100 intervals? I mean, how hard are you slanging over
We
here?
could do Sheba. We could bet on Sheba.
I'll put
Whatever you want.
$50. If Senior's racing
Okay.
Guthrie's car, I'll put 50 on Guthrie to win
What?
on Senior.
You got that much confidence in Senior?
Dude,
he
I
hasn't
have-
hit the track in a while,
It
though,
doesn't
man.
matter, dude. That guy wheels with the
Yeah.
best of them.
Yeah, Mitch told me
Thanks.
Junior is flying home and racing.
Oh,
All right. I'll put 50 on Junior then.
yeah, you
dude.
can't count him out. But
Yeah.
there's so many other good drivers.
There really is. I'm just biased.
Yeah, me
And
too.
Junior's
Those
the
are just all my homies.
I don't think I would want to. I don't think I would want to bet 50 against you on that, dude. That's a
dude,
pretty scary bet.
Junior is one of the original Illuma Craze team drivers. Him, RJ, and Caden Danbury.
Have Mitch Junior and Mitch Senior ever raced other than King of the Hammers, like on a desert track?
Senior raced it for him last year, I think.
Yeah, he raced for him last year.
But they've never gone neck and neck.
No, but
Not desert.
when we'd race Works, Senior would hop on some of the practices.
Yeah.
And, I mean, let's be honest, at Works, a lot of people are trying to race and practice.
Right.
And, dude, Senior would mop up.
Really?
Dude is a savage.
Dude, I would love to be able to see that, man. Yeah, and we also wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. Well, we think that 2022 is going to be a really good year. Dirt Life Show has a lot of fun stuff planned. Obviously, Illuma Craze has a lot of fun stuff planned. Schenkelberg has a lot of only bangers planned. So it's going to be cool to see everybody prosper in 2022. So we hope that you guys do as well. Like I said, we really appreciate everybody. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you for
coming
having
in.
me on.
I
bro.
really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. Good
Thanks,
to
Mike.
hang with you guys.
Yeah, you too. So please say hi to your significant others. That was awesome that they let you guys away for the night. So,
Hey, and thank you to you guys for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
yep, 100%. That's what I was going to finalize, but they already got me. Do you know how to take us out of the show? You want to do it?
Like, I mean,
All you got to say is thank you guys very much for watching the Dirt Life Show. We love you. Good night.
you do it.
No, you say no. Let Melanie do it.
Oh,
Dude,
there we
no,
go.
I'm not
Yes,
doing that.
let
I can't
Melanie do it now,
What
bro.
is it? Thank you guys for watching the show,
The Dirt Life Show.
the Dirt Life Show.
We love you guys.
We
Good
love
night.
you guys, and good night.
No, you gotta do it in Melanie.
I can't. I can't.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Later.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to The Dirt Life Show.